What did I do?
You
You
broke
did
it.
something wrong.
No, I think I clicked because
It's
my
dead
my
already.
well my stream hotkey is control page down, but also in Chrome page down switches to the next tab, and I had another tab open,
Ah,
so it just switched over to my other tab.
but we are indeed live now.
We should be.
Wonderful. All right. So, if I could direct everyone's attention to the map that I posted in campaign info, this is the wonderful world of Tolraiah. As I've already mentioned prior, you all live in this tiny little unnamed town, um, somewhere between Trone and Bethelake, uh, somewhere amongst the mainland. Um, and you have been living here for various amounts of time. Some of you outcasts, you've found this perfect little town in the middle of nowhere as a place to just settle down or maybe find your new beginnings. Um, this town is pretty peaceful, mostly inhabited by humans and the like. A couple of elves, um, a couple of half
Turtles.
orcs. They really just do a lot of work in the fields. They're extremely useful, extremely friendly people. Um, and overall, um, yeah, not much goes on here. The lore, however, for the land overarching, I already have mentioned that this entire world is, in fact, a disk world. It was created eons ago. Not really. It was actually fairly new. Created by the great astral dragon, Eon. Now, Eon was creating this entire land, which he named Tolraiah, as a gift to another astral dragon by the name of Raya. It was supposed to be his gift to show his love, so that they could eventually live their lives as eternal lovers, creating planets amongst the stars together. How sweet. However, Raya had her heart set after another dragon, and our poor boy Eon got mad shut down. This is when Eon then got really, really mad because he just created an entire world which he now has to take care of or destroy. Up to him, really. So, amongst these lands, we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the lore specifically and the other creatures that live around. Looking at this map, you'll notice two other primary land masses and a third. We'll mention the third first. Up to the north is the Icelands of Nebos.
Okay, quick
The
question.
Icelands. Yes.
Where is this map?
It is in the Discord campaign info.
Ah,
Very first text channel.
there we go. I got it.
Everyone there? We found it? We good? Yeah.
Yep,
All
I
right.
got it.
So, the Icelands of Nebos up in the north. There's not really much that lives up there, but the good news about having Icelands is that with the mainland's semi-steampunk technology that's been slowly advancing over the years, you do have access, though not in this town, to refrigerators in some small degree. No pun intended there. Otherwise, Icelands are useless. They don't really do much. They're just a big icy rock up to the north. A lot of people have been potentially banished there over the years for doing bad things. It's pretty scary. Consider it like Antarctica Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, except there's no electricity and you'll die. You'll notice down to the, remembering my cardinal directions, southwest, the Kazrock Firelands. Between the two other custom species / races I've created, Kazrock are your friends. They're not the friendliest per se, but they are giant molten rock people. They live amongst the mountains. A lot of people say that Eon got tired when building and decided to leave a lot of that land unscathed and just, untouched otherwise, considered an unpainted corner of canvas where the molten rock that forms this land still stands. But he did give it enough thought to create an entire race of his own there. The Kazrock have since formed relationships with those in the mainland, though you'll have trouble standing next to one without bursting into flame due to the immense heat that comes off of their bodies. But they do somehow exhibit interesting trades. They douse themselves in water as to not be quite as deadly towards us for a limited amount of time. They have a lot of really great spices and such that they love trading with the mainlands, and they've taken a liking to fruit for some reason, which they don't get in the mountains because, well, they're on fire. The Slitheraki, on the other hand, oh, the massive desert in the south, and though some of it is not pictured on the Discworld map that you have access to, you do know it's immense and flooded with these very terrifying snaky creatures. The Slitheraki are actually serpent-like. Picture yourself a Naga creature where their tail end is still snake, their head is definitely snake, but they have a torso of a humanoid and 4 arms to go with it. They typically have some very nasty claws, and overall, they're just awful. The Slithaki were, as according to their lore, the first made by Eon. They were meant to have this entire land to themselves before they were banished to nothing but the desert when Eon was disgusted by his own creations. They usually leave that last part out. The Slitheraki are currently, of course, in absolute war with the Kazrak. And, they've had some biting angst with the mainlanders for quite some time. A majority of this war takes place over the True Oasis. The True Oasis happens to be the most beautiful land that you have ever seen in the entirety of Tolraiah. And given it's connected to Slithraki's land mass, they think it belongs to them. The Kazrak, on the other hand, with their newfound love of fruit, wants to live in this oasis because the oasis holds a magical field that stops them from burning every living thing they come in contact with, which they want because they're actually rather peaceful and they enjoy art, but they can't appreciate it because they burn paper on touch. So, that gives you a bit of a background on the creatures there. Other important land masses to take note of. Land of Exile over to the east is the Lost. Don't go there. It's almost as bad as the Icelands. The Land of Eon, nobody goes there, but they know there's some landmass up there. That's supposedly where Eon presides when he's still on this plane of existence. There's also, of course, the Mountains of Eon, which a lot of people think is just his bathroom, so the lore says. Those are not mountains, my friends. And, yeah, that pretty much covers it. So, any other questions on lore? Because I might be leaving some stuff out. If you do have any other questions, now are definitely the time to ask them.
Sounds good to me. I don't know about
good.
other people.
All right. So,
I'm sure I'm going to forget most of that, but you know what? That's fine.
it's fine. The lore will pop back up when it matters. All right. So, let's roll a die, shall we? I'm going to go in order of the way you are at the bottom of my screen. I am going to roll a d4, and Bryn is 1, Theo is... wait. Crap, I'm going to remember player names eventually, I promise. Bastion is 2, Theo is 3, and Shaltana is 4. We are going to figure out who we are going to briefly follow this morning first.
If I could make a suggestion real quick.
Yes.
In the top right of our screens, the little gear wheel on for the settings, right under settings is a display name that you can enter any name you want. I figured if we entered our character names, we don't have to constantly be asking each other what our names are.
There you go. That's a good idea. Actually, now that I think about it, I need to actually assign those tokens to you individually, which I can do. Advanced, nope. Represents character. Which one did I click? I clicked Theo. This represents Theo. And can be controlled by... determined by character settings. Okay. Still getting used to this one. Save changes. Let's go ahead and scroll in a little bit. Move over here. All right. Determined by character settings. I see. So if I actually go to your character pages, if you'll give me just a moment, I can... theoretically, I can assign you guys tokens. So that you can move... Wait, can you move that? I assume it's a yes. Wonderful. All right, so that has been assigned to your character, and you have access to the character sheet. Ah, it's an intuitive system. Okay. Now I will go to the settings for Bastion's token. There you go. Now you should be able to move that token about as you wish. And then we'll go ahead and go over to Sheltama. I'm going to laugh every time I say that name. Save changes. Wait, did I click save changes on the other one? Perhaps I did not. Settings. Yes, I did save changes. And last but not least, Rin. Settings represents Rin. Give it a try. Can you move that?
Yep.
What are the different
Neat.
buttons?
Okay. So, I did roll a 2, which means we are going to go ahead and follow... Who did I say? We're going in order. We're going to go ahead and follow Bastion, right? I need to actually enable nameplates. Advanced... Oh, wait. Settings... Advanced nameplate. Name C. Save changes. Can you see the name now? You can't. I want to make it so that you can. Represents character name, Bastion, show nameplate. Aha! Look at that. I love it. Just going to do that with all these tokens real quick.
Oh my god, it's so small though.
Settings, show nameplate, and player permissions. They can, in fact, see that name.
It doesn't
Wonderful.
get any bigger when you zoom out. It doesn't scale.
Nope, no, it does not. Good news, we'll be zoomed in for a majority of our time here. Show nameplate, save changes.
Also, the roof is still missing from Theo's house.
Oop, oop, oop. Where'd it go? Where's the roof?
It's kind of just off onto the side.
Wait. For me, it's on top of.
Eh?
Whose roof?
Theo's?
Huh. Are you perhaps looking at the back gate area?
Nope, like I can see the interior of the house.
Interesting. Let's
Yeah, I think you're the only one.
Yep, now you just move the roof. There we go, now it's right.
Weird. I guess it just wasn't synced up on your side. That's weird. Alright, it's been fixed. Technical difficulties redeemed. Okay, so last but not least, let's go ahead and add that nameplate to Rin's token, and we're good. All right.
So eventually, are we going to get like actual pictures for these tokens?
Absolutely. We did actually have one character so far that was beautifully illustrated. We will see what happens in the future. So, I ended up rolling 4 Bastions. So, I guess we'll go ahead and go with Bastion first then. So, you wake up on this wonderful morning. Let me actually move the roof for a moment. Back in the background. I accidentally moved the roof layer underneath the... Nobody saw anything. All right.
I saw everything.
So you happen to be... Let me go ahead and place you in the proper position. You happen to wake up this lovely morning in your house, of course. It's where you sleep. And you happen to notice that your brother and sister are gone. They must be out doing errands this evening. You do remember that there was an old man that was asking for your help earlier. His name happens to be Joe Farmer. Joe Farmer is the eccentric old man of the town. He happens to be very particular about his crops, and he actually lives closer to the north side of town. He lives in the tiny little house up to the top left in the northern block. So you do know that at some point you need to go and help him. However, it's up to you what you do. So, you can also feel free to explore the town. Maybe go talk to some friends or something. It's totally up to you.
Am I the only one who's changed my name down at the bottom?
Gonna go visit Theo. All right.
I mean, I've had my name that way for a while.
All right. In that case, feel free to move your token. You may go ahead and move on over to greet your good friend. All right. Let me go ahead and replace this roof. All right. So then we'll jump over to Theo. So you also wake up on this lovely morning and remember, oh yeah, that crazy old man. Apparently he's calling for help and asking all the youngins to come help. It's very often that the elders of this small little town and society will ask for the younger people to assist them if they're ever in need of assisting. But in the case of Old Man Joe, you know probably going to be something stupid and completely unreasonable. You happen to notice as you take a step out, Bastion is on their way to greet you. Feel free to roleplay chat between one another, of course. That is perfectly fine. Continue amongst your self-typing.
You broke character. Just kidding.
I believe if you... I don't remember how to do it, but there's a way to actually speak as your character versus as...
Yeah, because that would be helpful since I don't know who's who right now.
I don't remember how to do it, though, so I will let you know.
What we did before is we just put everything in quotes that we were saying in character.
You're right.
Oh.
The
There's a drop
text
down, apparently.
as... There is, in fact, a drop-down. Yeah, so you can speak as Theo.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
And you can speak as Bastion. Wonderful.
I changed my name so they both say Sheltima.
Well, as we all know, I'm the Dungeon Master Extraordinaire, so...
Yeah, that one's pretty easy to figure out.
If y'all don't mind, I will also voice as your characters, because I like doing that. So, Bastion approaches. Ah, a pleasant surprise, Theodore. How are you doing this lovely morning? Bastion, it's so good to see you. And you're just the man I was looking for, too. I was on my way to help some old guy. Are you in or what? I'm not really committing to any funny voices for these, specifically because I want to save all my funny voices for the better characters down the road.
Like me, obviously.
Yes.
Well, you voice your own character, so go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm not coming up with a stupid voice.
I'm just going to do a British accent.
You know what? I actually got to think of a funny voice now.
A good normal speaking voice is always also appreciated.
I kind of want to do like give myself like a tone like I just don't give a shit because my character is super neutral.
Oh, you could be Oogway.
I don't know how to do an Oogway. We were actually considering making my character's name Oogway, and I spelled it UGH hyphen WAY.
All right. Like voice of Bastion. No, not really. But if it means you'll do most of the work, I suppose I'll join. Fair enough. Ooh woo. All
Why?
right. If you think for a moment I won't ooh woo when you type, you've made a fatal mistake.
I'm, I think I'm just gonna have to go with a normal voice because I'm just gonna start laughing if I try to make a stupid voice.
All right. So you both approach the house over here. You haven't gone inside just yet. If you would like to stand outside briefly, I need to go ahead and find a proper token. For some reason, they're not where I left them.
Did you misplace your tokens again?
I might have misplaced my tokens again.
Okay, don't break in.
Um, I'm just looking for some farmer assets. How hard is it
Is there not like a thing
to
you can
find
like
a good
search?
asset around here?
If that doesn't work, try peasant.
Oh,
You could also Weed Lord is also exceptional.
all right. Give me a moment. I need to see if I have them elsewhere. Oh, here we go. Aha. Yes. Okay. We are looking for characters. Then we're gonna pick. Never mind, not characters.
Okay, this old man is asking you for help. Please don't break into his house.
Give me just a moment. I'll be able to read the chat. If you really
Sorry.
wish to kick the door down, I'll let it happen. But I've got to be there for it. Where are my tokens? Experiencing technical difficulties.
This is quality content.
Quality
Absolutely.
content.
I think the thumbnail already did all our content for us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My my views per video in relation to my subscriber count is ridiculously bad though. So this is probably not going to get that many views, but that's fine. I probably get like on average maybe like 20 views for a video, which sucks because I have 2,000 subscribers.
I mean, it's more than I have.
Though I'm pretty sure I got like all this from Fortnite.
Ah.
Well, a lot of them was actually like back when I was about to get to 1,000 subscribers, I did a giveaway on my channel, and that got a lot of subscribers.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
status update. I found my horses, but I have not found my regular village goers. Where are they?
But
How hard is
fortunately,
this?
Everyone has vanished.
Hold on, I found it. There we go.
the dungeon master took too long and everyone died of old age.
Please no. Time doesn't advance unless I talk. That's how this game works. Oh, jeez. I really am just looking for a very specific old man
that is
token.
now Joe.
Here
I didn't
we
even
go.
see that.
This token is now Joe the old man. Okay, what?
Hey,
You got a 3D token here.
does he have?
Okay, not that one.
Is he holding soup?
He was
I
holding.
thought it
soup.
was a zombie.
I thought it was like a waiter, but for some reason in one of the bowls it was, instead of a spoon, it was a cross.
So a priest?
A soup priest.
That sounds about right.
A holy waiter. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
A holy waiter.
That's true.
Wait a minute.
Nope. Wait.
Nope, never mind.
Oh, darn. I got excited.
You know what? At this point, never mind. This is now.
This is
now the man. This is now Joe. This is
what
Joe.
it feels
Welcome.
like to play Commander in Magic. It takes 40 minutes for one turn.
You might have called me out on that one. Okay, so. Okay. Opportunity tokens. Okay. So, let me jump back to the chat and read all this chaos. So, you knock on the door, and after not getting a response for a really long time, cough, you just kind of kick it in. Good for you. You've now kicked in the door. And instead of seeing Joe, at first you see Joe's wife. This is Miss Simmons. She, despite marrying Joe many a year ago, still goes by the name Miss, despite the fact that Joe's last name is not Simmons. Nobody quite understands why, nor do they question it. Miss Simmons looks at you and says, "What? Why, hello! Welcome! It's so good to see you again. How are you two doing, Ashton and Theo? It's been quite a good time."
I don't know why, but like the timing is just funny to me because we have to wait for them to type.
It is. It's great. So immediately, Theo is just like, "Hey, good morning, Miss Simmons. We're here looking for Joe. I'm very sorry about the door."
Wait, which one's Theo? Oh, the one that's not Bastion. Never mind, I got it.
Actually,
she
wait, which
just
one are you
forgot
basting the door? Technically, you did. So change of order. You've kicked in the door. Boop. Now you're both in here. So yeah, Bastion then says, "Sometime," and you keep us waiting until we have to break down the door. Miss Simmons looks at you and says, "Oh, why, it's just a door, not that big of an issue, and as you know, I was here sipping my tea, so I couldn't get to the door immediately. I had to finish this decadent gulp."
Okay, an old lady with this old of a house, she's gonna be pissed at a broken door like that. I'm not buying this. This lady is a demon. Don't trust her.
That sounds pretty legit to me. Yes, speaking of which, she reaches over and grabs another
She's going
teacup
for a
of tea.
knife.
Would you two actually like to have a cup of tea? I certainly have some extra.
It's poison.
It's the OG Kush.
I thought you would never ask. Nah, I'll pass. Bastion's just immediately just upset about it. Like, no, no thanks. All right. Miss Simmons goes and pours you a nice steaming hot cup of tea and says, "Oh, by the way, I believe my dear Joe was out back with the crops. It seems he spends more time with them than he does me, but he is Joe Farmerman after all. I believe he was ranting about some blight or something of the sort affecting his crops. It's probably those darn kids again. Not you, of course. I mean the younger crowd. In the meantime, you're just aggressively slurping up that tea, loving it very much.
Also, is Joe's last name Farmer Man?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yes.
wondering too.
Yeah, Joe's last name is Farmerman. He was actually one of the original founding farmers of this town. Also, yes, they call themselves the founding farmers.
Okay.
It's a farm town. What do you expect?
I expect a town not to be named after their last names of Farmer Man.
Well, the town isn't named Farmerman. It doesn't have a name.
Can we name
Okay,
it?
okay. I'll let it slide this time.
All right, Theo hands back the cup after very quickly gulping down that piping hot tea and says, "Thank you, Miss Simmons. Come on, Bastion. Let's see what Joe's up to." Miss Simmons, Bastion, I suppose. Miss Simmons also says, "Oh, please, if you will, before you leave, Bastion, since you didn't take tea now, would you mind if I gave you a cup to go? It might prove useful later."
That's poisonous tea.
This person
Yep.
is straight up a Disney villain.
Oh, you're so right, though.
Either that or she's actually just a genuinely nice person and you have such skepticism over an old lady because she's an old lady drinking tea.
Okay, she is essentially forcing tea upon these two. I don't trust her
Well, they can say no.
Right.
like that.
Bastion says no and just straight up leaves. Just no. Leaves. Miss Simmons looks at Bastion like, well, okay, then that's fine. How about you, Theo? Would you like the cup to go? Rip Simmons. How come that sounds familiar?
Maybe J.K. Simmons?
This fucking thumbnail.
All right. Theo then says, "I would absolutely like a cup to go. Thank you so much."
Punt.
To which Miss Simmons hands you a very nice thermos for letting leaving you some tea, and it's filled with, of course, some pretty darn good tasting tea. By
Theo,
the
no.
way, if you could go ahead and roll me a d20, please, for a Constitution check.
I called it.
Saving throw. Not a saving throw, but just a check in general.
You were right.
I knew it.
Disney villain confirmed.
Well, there you go.
That's pretty good though.
So, after thinking about it for a moment, kind of rolling your tongue around in your mouth, you notice, wow, that really was some darn good tea. You go ahead and mark on your sheet, if you will, in your temporary hit points box, that you've gained an additional 2 HP. This is some darn good tea. Definitely would help you stay hardy in a fight. You really want to go ahead and drink the other cup now? I mean, she gave you a thermos for it and everything. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Miss Simmons hands you the thermos and says, "Please drink at your own leisure, but once you're done with the thermos, do bring it back. I'd love to have it. It was actually a gift from my grandmother. I hope it keeps you safe with whatever my crazy husband Joe has you doing this evening. It's dangerous to go alone. Take tea."
I'm telling you, the people are too nice, and that is creepy.
I mean, it's just a town of people who have been living together. Why can't a good neighbor give you some tea? I mean, it's nice, right?
Yeah. Okay. I kind of see it now.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. So if you do actually want to add to your equipment that you do now, in fact, have tea, um, it is about 2 cups worth. And you know from past experience that it lets you gain 2 temporary HP. That's pretty cool. You don't know how long it lasts, though. Quick question: how quick is your digestive system?
um, was it 4 hours? That's a wild guess, though.
We'll figure it out later. All right, now, if we will, I'm actually going to use. I've conceded to using the adventure tokens for now. I will sort out better to use later. Um, let's see. Here we go. All right.
Oh yes, the
So,
god of fire.
as you both round the house, if you will, you happen to notice out in his field is, of course, a wily old man, just tending to his crops. He seems to, as you get closer, actually be very upset about something. But it is, of course, Old Man Joe. He's always upset about something, right? As you approach, he looks at you and says, "Ah, good, you're finally here. I need your something desperately. These darn kids." Go ahead and give you a moment to type. He kind of just stops for a moment and like looks down back at his crops again.
Get the hell off my lawn.
Theo pipes up, "What do you need, Mr. Joe? Here to help." Mr. Joe looks at you and then looks back down at his crops and he says, "Well, quite obviously, I need help with this blight. Someone's been poisoning my crops. Look at this. Look at this. My entire second row of potatoes in this subsection is dead. I can't stand this." You look down, and sure enough, all of his potatoes in this particular row have wilted aggressively. But it's not quite the blight that you'd assume. It just looks dead to you.
So does my soul.
Well, you can't roll for a check on that.
I can certainly try.
All right.
I think I know where this is going.
Theo then pipes up, "I'm gonna be real with you, Joe. I think I might have what you're looking for."
So apparently
All
I'm really dumb.
right. While you type that, I'm gonna go ahead and. So you're with Joe, and we're actually gonna jump over to somebody else. So your eyes light up, and you say, "Ah, I think I might know the solution to this." And then we're gonna go bounce on over here to. Let's actually roll for it. Whoop. Okay, yeah.
3.
Turin.
Oh, we're going to me.
All right. Yeah, I changed the numbers. Ignore the way I'm counting right now. They don't make any sense to anybody but me. So, we bounce back over to Rin. Let me go ahead and move those roofs. The roofs. The roofs.
I'm just sitting on top of the house. It's fine.
Did I move the other roofs back? Yes, I did. Okay, good. All right. Yep. So I'll keep that part closed. All right. So Rin,
Wait, where the hell is Rin?
That's
you
me.
Oh, wait, here, I see.
could be down to the
Yeah, I got it.
rightish. Yep. All right. So you wake up on this lovely morning, and you also happen to notice that your other housemates are gone. You don't quite know why, but again, they were probably off just doing something important.
It's the aliens.
Of course it is. All right.
So, what are you going to be up to this fine day? Nothing planned? Maybe go take a stroll? What are you up to?
I'm gonna go out to the little garden we got out back and pick some breakfast.
Sounds like a wonderful idea. Can't go on an adventure very well without some breakfast, can you?
Absolutely not. We gotta
All
go get some
right,
breakfast here.
go for it. So yeah, you go out back and realize you got some nice green beans and a couple potatoes and even a little bit of lettuce ready for picking, but nothing else super hearty. You could toss something together if you're creative about it.
All right. I'm just gonna pick some lettuce and get a couple potatoes.
All right. You grab a couple of bits of lettuce and potatoes. You may, if you wish, add them to your inventory, or if you're about to use them, don't worry about it.
No, I'm gonna
All
use
right.
them here in a second. Lettuce soup.
All right. So, yeah. Inside, you actually do have a couple of minor cooking equipments, of course, as well as that nice fireplace in case you did want to heat anything up, but no stovetops, sadly. What is this, the 21st century? That doesn't even exist yet. How funny.
By the way, what year is this?
12.
Okay.
You know what? I haven't thought about that. It is 12.
Yes.
Okay. It's the year 12. Does this other part of the roof come off?
It does, it does. There's not much over there, though.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That would be your other family members' quarters, which aren't really in need of access.
Yeah. I'm going to go over to the fireplace and cook up the potatoes while I prepare the salad.
Wonderful. Now, important question. Are you proficient at all when it comes to cooking this kind of food?
I don't think so.
Wonderful. I'd like you to roll for me, please.
Okay. Just
Just
D20?
a regular d20. Let's see how it does.
17.
17, not bad. Yeah. All right. In that case, we will go ahead and leave you to it, and we'll come back to you in a moment. You're cooking a nice little breakfast in there. All right. Then we'll go ahead and go all the way up to the top left.
Oh boy, it me.
Indeed.
Mr. Goblin Turtle bald-headed punch man thing.
All right. So, Sheltima, on this fine morning, you happen to be a tad hungover.
That's so accurate for me.
You had quite a great drink last night, and quite a challenge to wake up this morning. Your head's hurting just a little bit, but of course you're quite past your years. You know how to handle your alcohol, hopefully. If you could go ahead and do me a favor and roll Constitution. Let's go ahead and see how you're faring.
Oof.
Oof. Yeah, so, as you get up, you very quickly realize that, you might still be just a little woozy from your partying last night. Too bad there, was nobody else there. You do like partying on your own, usually, given, well, not very many people know what to do when they're partying with a turtle.
A turtle that destroys things in one punch.
So, what are you gonna do this fine morning?
I think I'm gonna go for a walk
All right.
and walk off the alcohol.
Yeah, walk it off, right? That is always the best option. If you have the ability to walk at all, then walking off alcohol is pretty effective overall. So, Yeah, I'd love to see it. Feel free to move your character as you wish. Go on a little walk and adventure.
Let's see, where am I gonna go? Eh. Eh.
And please do move in low square counts if you can. I want to have a chance to have others interact with you as you
Well,
walk by,
first I'm gonna go
potentially.
here, because, that's kind of like the end of this road.
Well, there you go. As you walk by, you notice your neighbor shuffling some of their vegetables onto the cart. Perhaps they're taking them to the storehouse. They don't say hello to you as you walk by, though. They can almost see it on your face that you don't want to be greeted.
um, um, yeah, I think I'm gonna ignore them and
Okay.
keep on keeping on.
Well said.
I'm gonna go this way.
All right. As you go for a little bit of a stroll, you see the town active as normal. It's a perfect morning for everyone to go ahead and tend to the before the day's heat kicks in. Of course, it is close to the end of summer, so it makes sense that everybody's harvesting quite a bit. You do also notice there are a couple of farm animals coming up on your left. You can, of course, tell this because, well, the stench is overbearing. If there's one thing you know about your neighbors that have farm animals, they very often don't shower.
Well, um, I guess what kind of farm animals are there?
There's a pig over there in
In this
that
thingy.
little area there.
I'm gonna go over here
Okay.
and I'm gonna smile at the pig.
As you approach, the pig kind of looks up at you and looks back down at your shoes for some reason, and then looks back up at you, and then pukes aggressively all over your shoes.
Oh
I
boy,
want
I'm
you to
I'm
go ahead
having
and
a
roll me
rough
a
morning.
Constitution saving throw as you feel a well of something boiling up from your stomach.
Wait, what am I doing?
You're
Rolling a
puking.
Constitution saving throw. Whew. Okay. So yeah, as this pig aggressively pukes all over your feet, you, I would assume, very quickly take a step back and gag, but hold it down. Thankfully, whatever that pig ate, you had none of, and you continue on your way.
Oh boy, I'm having a rough morning.
We're real rough.
All right, let's keep on keeping on. I'm gonna go this way. Uh,
All right, you keep on strolling down, and nothing out of the ordinary seems to be going down until you pass this house here. One of your least favorite people happened to be out and about this morning.
oh boy,
This is
you're
fantastic.
just really fucking me over here, aren't you? The hell is
Um,
this?
this is Madame Gentry. Madame Gentry immediately pops her head out of her doorway as she's uh, flapping out some sort of a cloth or tablecloth or bedspread, perhaps, if it perhaps got that dusty, and she greets you on your way. Ah, hello there, Sheltama. It's so good to see you this morning. How's that head, eh?
Uh, hey, Madam Gentry. I'm just gonna say it in like a super like unenthusiastic, like not happy mood.
All right. She kind of sees your displeasure and laughs gently. Oh, I can tell that you were having quite a good time past evening, eh? Well, I suppose I'll let you on your way. Last I heard, in fact, um, Joe, I believe, Joe Farmerman has some of the youngsters out back. I believe he's having them do some sort of shenanigans. It might be fun to watch if you think it might clear your head.
You know, that sounds fun.
All right. Well, I certainly hope you have a good day. I'll see you later.
I
And
hope
she
you
goes,
don't have a
goes
good
ahead and
day.
just walks right back inside. So yeah.
Okay, what am I doing now?
Yeah, up to you.
Oh, okay.
I have a question. Sorry. Is there like a well or a water source anywhere in this town?
Of course.
Yeah, what is this thingy?
Don't know where it is, but I know there is one.
It's like a,
Give me a
oh wait,
moment.
it's over. Wait, what is this? No, that's not it. It's like a grindstone or something.
Yeah, this the old mill.
Oh god, I scrolled too far.
Is there not a well here?
Well,
I didn't
there's
see
like this
one.
thing. I don't know what it is.
No, that's a mill
Oh,
or a
I
windmill.
intend for there to be a well
and
somewhere.
then there's this thing which is like kind of well shaped, but not a well.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got the assets somewhere in my library. I will add a well, but I know it's
This
here.
town, this town is the Dust Bowl 2.0. All right. Anyways,
I mean, you all do also have some rain barrels amongst most
yeah,
of the
I do
houses.
see the barrels. Yeah. I'm gonna head up to Farmer Joe's place.
All right.
That's what I heard. The word on the street is shit's kicking off there.
Well, there you go.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So,
Now question, which one's Farmer Joe's again?
actually,
Party at Joe's Crab Shack.
Farmer's Joe's house is this house right here, so you're very close by.
Oh, okay. So I
If you'd like, you could actually take a bit of a detoured path back behind.
okay. So just like go over here.
Take the scenic
Certainly.
route.
And I'll let you go ahead and approach here at most if you'd like, just to listen in. All right. So as you approach, of course, you hear that the other townsfolk that you know by the name of Bastion and Theo are having a conversation with Old Man Joe, who, as per usual, seems very displeased. His yelling doesn't sound so great.
What's going on here?
So, as you walk up, we'll also re-engage with Theo and Bastion. So you were just about to type a response, I believe. You said that you might have just what Joe was looking for. I'll let you continue typing that if you wish. Either that or respond to the neighborhood turtle's friendly appearance.
Except he's drunk.
uh,
This character fits me so damn well.
I thought you might like that.
Hey Shelton, I'm just fixing up a. Oh, I guess you can read that because you're the DM.
Oh my lord.
I'm not reading it. I'm waiting for the read aloud.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So Theo looks over towards Shelton and says, "Hey, Shelton, just fixing up a bit of crops who are in desperate need of a little warm and tender love." Theo then grabs the canister of tea and promptly dumps it all over the seemingly dead patch of potatoes. The potatoes, for just a moment, look as if the leaves are perking up, and then you see as the steam just kind of makes the
Oh my god, are they gonna be
entire
fucking
dead pile
sentient
droop
potatoes?
and dog further into the ground.
Please tell me we're about to fight potatoes.
You now have an empty canister. Joe kind of looks at you and he's like, "What? What was that? Was that some of my wife's tea again? Listen, it's not as magical as she says it is. It doesn't do anything to crops, no matter how much I've already tried." He
No.
looks back behind him at another patch that's already dead.
I want to fight potatoes. How dare you take this story in a different direction?
Just you wait. Well, I gave it my best go. Theo just kind of shrugs and looks ashamedly at the rest of the party. Bastion, of course, tries his best not to burst out in absolute laughter, as very clearly the tea did not help, and it was probably a waste of perfectly good HP. All right. So we will take a temporary break there and go ahead and hop back over to Rin, only because I wish to include you and eventually reunite
So that we can fight these potatoes together.
the things.
Yes, of course.
You know what? It was actually a really good idea, and I want you to know it was not. Stuff will happen in the future. Don't worry about it.
You got cut out like halfway through that sentence.
I said stuff will in fact happen in the future. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, I got that part. Like I didn't get the part.
Forgotten.
I didn't get the part you said after it was a really good idea.
I said the potatoes shall not be forgotten.
Oh, okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and go back over to Rin. You, of course, have just finished fixing yourself a delicious plate of food. Mind telling us what it is?
I just got mashed potatoes and a salad.
Oh, there you go. A decent start to the day.
Not very fancy, but
And, if you could go ahead and roll me a d4. Well, there you go. You, after eating a pretty well-prepared meal, you have some additional temporary hit points, and so you may also now add two temporary hit points to your character sheet.
all right.
The potatoes were probably in need of a bit of salt, but other than that, they were pretty darn good. You impressed yourself.
I do tend to do that.
All right. Finding another temporary token that will do. So you live with whom, if you could remind me, please?
Believe it's aunt and uncle
Aunt and uncle.
on my mother's side.
All right. Nope, that is a goblin token, not that one. All right. So as you are finishing up your meal, you happen to hear the door. Your uncle comes walking in. Oh, hello there, Rin. How are you doing this morning?
That's
Oh, you know, same old,
Okay.
same old.
not even gonna question it.
So, I see you've prepared some food. Any left for me?
Of course not. What do you take me for?
A fool, perhaps. Anyways, I suppose I should be getting going. Your aunt and I, believe it or not, are actually preparing another farm out in the back. We hope to acquire some of the land. Hopefully,
Ugh, not
our
another
neighbors.
one.
Oh, come on! You know that these farms are extremely profitable, and
All you're going to make me do is work them day and night.
Well, the storeroom is running short. You know, this farm town isn't going to support itself.
Whatever.
You very quickly realize that his statement is completely false, as the only thing this farm town does is support itself.
And also generate sentient potatoes.
Yes, that too.
Right. So he goes ahead and walks on out and says, "Oh, by the way, before I forget, I do recall that Old Man Joe was calling for assistance again with the crops. Listen, if he had just downsized or given us some of the land, I doubt he'd have as much of a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone here needs to downsize.
He's probably just planted too many potatoes again and drawn the soil dry. Anyways, do have a good day."
You as well, Uncle.
So there you go.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and head out the front door.
All right. So you go ahead and head on out. And as you do, you of course see the town doing regular town things and the townspeople doing regular townspeople things, tending to the crops the usual. It's A lovely morning.
All right.
It's just occurred to me I haven't decided what day of the week it is. Random generator says Sunday. It's a
Okay.
Sunday. Congrats.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
It's the perfect day to do yard work.
I'm gonna start taking a walk this way.
All right. As you go along, again, same things, nothing's going on really.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to wander as you wish.
All right. I'm gonna go this way.
All right. As you take a trip off of the main road, you wander vaguely into your neighbor's backyard. You happen to notice that they're not home this morning, or at least not outside, and my, those are some very nice crops there, aren't they?
Oh, yes. Yes, they are. What kind of crops are they?
Well, the ones you are standing next to right now happen to be, actually some wheat and even some carrots and oh wow, look at that! There's actually some strawberries planted right in the middle. You didn't know that they bother planted some fruit this season.
Hmm. No, I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay,
I'm gonna walk on into the orchard.
you saunter very cleanly over the fence and right into the orchard. Upon which you were greeted by. Give me a moment. Upon which you were greeted by one of your neighbors, one of the orchard hands, out picking some apples. His name. Uh, can you tell I haven't thought about this?
We can
His
tell.
name is Arson.
All right then.
Well, hello there, Rin. How are you doing today?
Hello, Austin. How are you?
I am doing pretty alright. I just out here picking some apples. You know, we've got a couple of new ones coming in. He picks a nice one from off of the nearest branch and goes ahead and tosses it your direction.
Oh, well, don't mind if I do then. Thanks a lot, Austin.
All right. So you now have +1 apple. Congrats.
+1 apple, all right. Hey, Austin, do you know what the hell old man Joe is up to these days?
Arson just starts vaguely chuckling. Who knows? If it's any guess of mine, I'd say it's probably those darn kids off, messing with his crops again. They do know that they shouldn't be messing with the old man with a bad heart, don't they?
True, but I also think that the old man should have downsized long ago.
You're telling me. If he downsized, I'd have more room for apple trees.
What's it with everyone in this whole town trying to come up with these get-rich-quick schemes?
Hey, you know what they say, an apple a day.
Yes, yes.
Though, now that I think about it, the only thing we have close to a doctor is a witch.
Anyways, I'm off to stroll the town or whatever I'm doing today.
Alright. Hey, if you could actually do me a favor, since we are talking about Joe, I remember I did actually want to deliver him some apples this evening. You wouldn't be happening to go and check what all the commotion is over there, would you?
Well, I don't really think I have anything else to do today.
Alright, well, in that case, Arson goes and picks up a basket of about 15 or so apples at his feet and hands it to you. These are mostly for his wife. I'm really hoping she returns the favor with a nice apple pie.
All right, and would there be anything in it for me, perhaps?
Arson looks at you. Well, I did give you one apple in the house. I ought to charge you a pence for that.
All right, if we want to make this an equitable trade, how about you take it out of the day's pay?
He looks at you briefly and kind of tilts his head. If you could do me a favor, and we're going to be rolling for that. I'm going to say that's a persuasion.
All right. I'm going to see if I can do it from the character sheet.
You can actually, if you click on the persuasion stat.
Yep.
Well, there you go. So, to clarify out of character, what were you trying to convince him to do?
Pay me to deliver the apples.
He kind of shakes his head and says, "Oh, all right. If you bring the basket back, I'll fill it for you again. Apples on the house, I suppose, since you are doing me a favor."
I suppose that's fair.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right, ta-ta.
Yeah, hope you have a good day. And do me a favor and try to make Joe angry for me. I love it when the old man has a heart attack.
Oh, I'll put the old timer through the ringer for you.
He goes ahead and walks on over to the next tree and starts picking.
All right, so I'm going to take the basket of apples.
Okay.
I'm going to go this way.
By the way, as you pass by, take a couple steps back.
Oh, sorry.
As you pass by your neighbor's crops yet again, you happen to notice that they're still not outside. It's quite strange given, well, the morning is nearly up. It's, perfect time to pick. And you happen to really, really like the look of that one particular section of strawberries right there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You think to yourself, I do have a basket.
What would Tulio do?
WWTD. What would Tulio do?
All right, I'm going to keep walking for now.
It's not what Tulio would do.
Carrying a basket of apples, I don't know.
See, the funny thing is, you've essentially secured yourself a foolproof way to get a basket of apples. You either take this basket and not return it and have apples, or take it back and get another basket.
What do you think I'm doing?
Well, it better be what
I'm just
Tulio would
dropping.
do.
I'm just dropping these off for now.
Continue. All right, give me a moment here. So you're back inside. I don't feel like going and grabbing the token again. I don't know where it is. But you happen to notice that your uncle's back inside. He looks at you and says, "Oh, I thought you just left."
Oh, I did, but I came across Arson, and he was so kind that he decided he was going to give us 2 baskets of apples.
Oh, 2 baskets of apples. How nice of him.
I thought so as well, so I came right home with the first basket, but I heard Old Man Joe was having some trouble, so I'll probably go make sure he's alright before I bring back the second basket.
Ah, yes, old man Joe. I do believe we talked about it earlier. I will let you go on your way then.
Alright, take care, Uncle.
So you just leave the basket there.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the whole basket of apples there.
All right, wonderful.
Right.
Can I change my character's voice to be like a Crush from Finding Nemo?
Go for it.
Alright, I'm going to knock on this door.
Okay. You give it a polite knock, and Very quickly, the roof flies off. No, I'm just kidding. Give me a moment.
I think Surfer Dude is a voice that I can
Oh, good lord.
manage.
Oh, holy crap.
Well, that is very big.
All right. You knock on your way in, and the door is opened, and you are greeted by Celissa, one of your adjacent neighbors that you don't know very well, but she seems to be minding her own business inside. Hi, Rin. What are you doing today?
Oh, nothing much, Celissa. Listen, I think something might be wrong with your strawberries back there. I don't know if the local kids have been messing around again, but you might want to take a look at them.
The kids again? I swear. All right. Well, thanks for letting me know, Rin. That's unnaturally kind of you. I suppose I'll go take a look. Thank you. Oh, in the meantime, if you don't mind, do let Joe know that I apologize for my son's previous actions. He really ought to stop messing with his crops as well. I bet up there. Anyways, thank you. Goodbye. She very quickly rushes outside to look at her crops, and she is now out of sight.
Alright, lazy cunt. Is that a barrel right next to me?
Indeed, it is.
I would like to search through the barrel.
Okay. How do you search through the barrel? Just looking at it, or
I mean, is there a lid on it, or is it just open?
there's a lid on it, but
Alright, I'm gonna try and pry the lid off and see what's inside.
okay. Do me a favor and go ahead and do a strength check. See how you prop that thing open.
Wait, so is this over here? Is that just a barrel without a lid?
All right.
Whoops.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So, you pop it open and very quickly realize the entire thing's just filled with water. It is, of course, a rain barrel after all. You should have noticed from the holes on top.
Alright. I'm just gonna put the lid back on then.
Okay.
Alright, let's continue on towards Old Man Joe's house.
All right. As you continue on your way, nothing else exciting is happening until you cross the intersection. You then briefly see somebody in a carriage drawn by two horses bustling past at full speed. You almost get your heels nicked by them, and without a moment's notice, they're gone again. They were going unusually fast for a slow and peaceful town as such.
Alright. So they're already long gone then, right?
Oh yeah, they're already out of sight at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna keep walking then.
I don't really have anything interesting planned between here and Joe's house, so if you'd like to go ahead and move further, you can.
Okay.
All right. You can also continue moving as I start talking here. So, we are now back to the farm back lot. So, after pouring tea all over Joe's dead patch of potatoes, he is still a little bit upset. He then decides to. How am I gonna phrase this? He then begins insisting that you guys must go and find the kids responsible for this damage to his crops.
What was the name of the lady with the strawberries again?
Celissa, I believe.
Okay, Celissa.
All right. I should really start writing these names down, shouldn't I?
Well, probably. But But doing things super scuffed is the best way to do them. That's what I always, that's how I roll. And most of the time it doesn't turn out too well, but that's okay. I'm gonna shut up now because I have no idea what I'm talking about.
All right.
That's a good point. As long as it turns out, it doesn't have to turn out well. It's just gotta be.
This sounds stupid, but what did I say? Miss what's her name was?
Like
Celissa.
Solaria or Celissa, something like that.
No, Joe's wife.
Oh, Joe's wife?
Oh,
Simmons was the last name.
Miss Simmons.
yeah.
I don't think you said a first name.
Never did. Everyone just called her Miss Simmons. Simple enough. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Hopefully y'all can't see the mysterious note. Or if you can, you can't read it.
I don't see anything.
Nope.
Wonderful. All right. So yeah, as Rin approaches, Joe immediately stops his conversation with Bastion and Theo and glares aggressively. Believe it or not, Joe and Rin have some history, and it may or may not be history involving theft.
Ooh.
Joe stares at Rin. All right, what are you doing around here? Did I say you could come back here, Rin?
No, of course you didn't, you old timer.
Anyways, it's not important now. We don't have time for spats. My crops, they're ruined. Wait a minute, this was not your doing, Rin, was it?
Of course not. Celissa, by the way, says she apologizes for her child's behavior.
This wasn't Celissa's son, was it?
I have no idea, but she apologized for something. I'm sure you should know what that means.
Well, that little brat was the one that soiled my land previously. I'm very glad it wasn't him again.
Well, if you want to get back at her, I suggest you go after her strawberries. They're looking quite delectable this time of year.
How dare you? I am not a man of retort.
Of course you are. You retort back at me all the time.
You know I care nothing but the safety of my own crops. Okay. Immediately Theo just speaks up. Hey, kids will be kids. Let's calm.
Oh, shut it, Theo.
Let's see, where were we? I want to make sure I didn't actually miss anything you guys said. I apologize.
All this arguing is making my head hurt.
That sounds about right.
Of course, right now about anything is making my head hurt.
Anyways, Joe kind of just sighs. You know what, Rin? I apologize. I am not the one that need be apologizing, mind you, but I apologize. And I will give you a chance to redeem yourself. So,
You're joking, right?
Joe looks at you four and says, "Look, this might just seem like a single patch of measly potatoes, but to me, these are very important potatoes." You all kind of look at each other and like, really? This guy, really?
I say that out loud. Really? This guy?
He
Really?
types up, magic potatoes? He laughs at you. They're magic to me. These potatoes, this particular row, in fact, was the very first I ever planted. This same land was the land I started upon, and the fact that the youngins these days have no respect for my land or my property or my potatoes, my property, it bothers me a lot, and I just want to make sure that nothing else is going awry here.
Oh, Joe, calm down, old chap. I have no respect for you either.
Joe looks towards Theo and Bastion, completely ignoring Rin at this point. If you're willing, I just want you to be able to go and round up those kids and just let me convince them into perhaps learning more about the land here. It'd be good for them to, you know,
He's
potato.
gonna kill him. Hey.
Waiting for
Oh, I
typing.
see.
I'm interested to see how this goes.
Yep.
Theo says in response, "We aren't punishing kids, are we? I mean, they're troublesome, sure, yeah, but do we have the authority to do that?" Joe looks at you. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. I don't mean punish. Of course not. I just mean to literally teach them how to farm. If they learn more about the craft, perhaps they'd have more respect for it. What do you think? It seems like a good idea, right? Theo immediately pipes up in response. Oh, hell yeah, I am all for education. Let's do it. To which Bastion replies, Ugh, having to see spoiled brats is enough for me. I doubt they'll even listen. Uh, Joe kind of looks at you and says, Now you, watch your mouth, and you're right, they probably won't listen, but it's worth a shot, I guess, right? Last I checked, if you did want to go and find the brats, I believe they were playing out in the woods. Sounds like witchcraft. I am so in. Excellent. They'll get eaten instead. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ah, Bastion. Theo just immediately pipes up in anger against Bastion. Bastion just awkwardly shrugs, knowing that, well, he's probably right. Well, there we go. Okay. So just to accelerate us along here for a moment, you have now begun your first quest. Da da da.
Woot.
Rounding up the children. So,
Rounding up the children is definitely a quest I embark on.
yep, quest 1, rounding up the children.
Yeah, that's
So,
gonna need a name rework.
I mean, it makes sense. The children, you're rounding them up, you're getting them together so that you may...
Execute them.
Yes.
No.
I mean, what?
Also, I'm going to go ahead and fast travel. Pew, 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 pew. So, you have all gathered together and traveled far south.
Oop.
Your goal is to go all the way down to the woods just behind the trees over here. However, Wait, you don't actually say that aloud, do you?
Dumbass, you just lost yourself some candy.
um. Anyways, so as you were all walking over here, still quite curious as to how you all got yourself stuck in a quest. Would you like to converse amongst yourselves?
No.
Okay, great. All right. How am I going to do this? I think I've actually decided I'm going to go ahead and move you back into the woods.
Oh my god, stop
So,
moving. I gotta fucking change where the... Damn it. There we go, got it.
with the permission, of course, um, of the families that live in these houses here, you have all four traversed over to this small wooded area, where the kids are often playing with one another.
Really, the town drunk got permission from the families to go round up the kids.
Oops. Yes. So.
Yeah, you just go with it. All right, whatever.
Glossed over it.
So you all wander your way back. And
You know what? It's year 12. Times were different back then.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you from here go ahead and control your characters. You are, of course, searching for the kids somewhere about in these woods. If you could all please take turns moving and limit your movement to about 3 or 4 spaces apiece. That's fine where you are now. So you all split up and go searching in the woods.
These woods aren't very dense.
No, they're not. They're pretty open. But despite how open the woods here are, you don't exactly see anything for some reason.
Yoo-hoo, children.
If you could stop there for just a moment, all of you. All right. So as you wander into these, thinly wooded area, you happen to hear a bit of a snarl. You aren't quite sure why. Give me a moment. You then happen to notice, out from the far, more dense side of the woods. Give me a moment to
is that?
reposition these.
Is that a doggo?
That's a doggo.
Oh, it got bigger. Is that 2 doggos or like a doggo that got like...
That's an extended doggo.
Oh.
You happen to notice from amongst the trees 2 wolves that have heard your rambunctious yelling for the children, and have decided that they don't really like you being in their corner of the woods. You wonder why children play back here.
They ate the kids.
So, if you could all do me a favor and roll for initiative. Give me just a moment. Alright. How am I going to do this? This is an initiative roll, so if you click on your sheet to roll for initiative, it should tell you what you need to add to it. Let's see. I'm looking for the initiative tracker. Where is it? Settings.
Oh, you can just click initiative.
Yes.
Where? Oops. Hey. Where's the initiative button?
Oh, on your character sheet, just click the word initiative.
Add turn. Wait.
How do you get an initiative of 17.12?
Where the hell is the initiative button?
No, you click initiative on your character sheet.
I'm on my character sheet. I don't see it.
Do you see initiative?
Oh, there we go. I'm dumb. It's literally in the middle of the fucking page. 3. Damn it.
Technically, it's a 5. You do get some bonuses.
Yeah,
You guys getting this like 0.14 and 0.12.
I don't know.
The reason for that, if there is a tie between numbers, then it also adds the number of the stat itself rather than the modifier as a decimal. So that way I'll be able to handle ties. I now need to go ahead
Well,
and
I'm certainly last.
if I click this button, important question, can you guys see this?
See what?
I don't see anything.
Can't see anything?
No.
Good, because it was a really bad roll. And let's do it again. Okay, good to know. If you'll give me a moment, I just need to figure out how to start the initiative tracker. Check tech, default. Trying to...
Oh, Rin is dead. It's got literally every status effect ever.
Yes. I just found icons.
How do you do that? Oh, I see. Whoa, that's a lot of icons. What's up with the dots?
I don't know, they're just colors.
If you'd like to, there is also... Oh, that's the button. Turn tracker.
Ooh, look at that.
Cool. Why are you the only one with initiative? Oh, I see. Alright, we're going to add turn, add turn, add turn, add turn, add turn, and add turn. Now, I need to either manually change these, which I will.
Oh,
Who might that have been?
no clue.
We then got a Sheltama with a 5.
That big old 5.
I mean, it's bigger than 1.
Rin
That's
with a
true.
15. Bastion with a 17.
That's pretty good.
And Theo with, what was that, a 15?
Don't we have 4 party members though?
Wait, was that 215?
Hi. I had a 15.
Ah, I see. And I suppose you both have the exact same stat. Go ahead and just roll a regular... Oh, no, you rolled a 4? Oh. What am I looking at?
Eh.
Oh. That was a 15, and then you clicked initiative. Oh. Well, you didn't click initiative, though. You were just doing a regular roll. So go ahead and click initiative on your character sheet instead, so that I can give you a more accurate number.
Roll for fight. And well, holy
Ooh,
crap.
That's pretty damn good.
Alright, well, I guess we know who's going first.
Could have been a 1.
It could have been a 1. I've been upgraded.
You are now officially more initiative than the wolf,
Yes.
Alright.
because that's how I'm supposed to phrase that.
Settings. Oh, I can just sort. I can just press the settings button and press sort descending.
Oh, I love that.
Good to know. Alright. I also found the remove all turns button. Okay, so Now is when combat starts. So, we've clicked a thing. So for starters, since we've entered initiative, we now follow your movement from your sheet. So you have, I believe for your character, it was. I'm going to click back to your core sheet for a moment here in case you're looking at it. We're going to. You have 30 speed, which means if you'd like to, you have the ability to approach and attack. Give me just a moment. So you are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, wait, there's a tool for that. I know there's a tool for that.
It's called the ruler.
And I know it exists. I just don't know where it is. There it is. Yes, you're currently 25 feet away. You guys saw that when I used it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Yep, so you are 25 feet or 5 squares away. So you were about to use... Alright, so you cast True Strike. You have to roll to cast that, however, so go ahead and roll me a d20. Alright. Does an 11 make that? Yeah, it's a cantrip. I'll be nice. So yeah, with a bit of esteemed effort, you point at the wolf and shout out to the rest of the party, "It's a wolf!" And you now have
No shit.
advantage on your next attack against that target.
Yes, the floor here is made out of floor.
You do also have a bonus action available on your turn, although I don't know if you have anything. And you do also have a movement action. It is entirely up to you what you do with it. All right, so that will pass your turn. So, luckily for you, the further away wolf happens to have noticed Sheltama over there,
Oh boy.
just kind of lurking around on the other side.
Fun.
So let's see, you have how much movement? Oh boy. So that'll be, let's measure this out. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh dear.
Followed by another 5. And that'll really do it because it is also 2 squares in length. Yep. So, oh, Wolfie boy immediately charges in and will swing at you.
It's a good old thing. My AC is 16. Okay.
So, that will not hit.
I'm
Also, it's up to me
satisfied.
whether or not you guys can actually see those numbers.
Why are you giving the wolf an F?
Do you want me to die?
A big F.
No, just a little F.
All right.
That's not a good thing, though.
A If you wish to defeat me, you must train for another 100 years.
All right, yeah, no, that's all I had. So we are on to Bastion's turn. So you now see a wolf has dashed towards Sheltima, and with a snap of its jaws, Sheltima has very somberly stepped to the side.
Yes, the classic drunken boxing fighting style.
Now I'm Rock Lee. God damn it. I'm literally just every anime protagonist.
So in this case, as you were exploring, you're a little bit further away. But if you wish to use the ruler, you may. So theoretically speaking, you can move any number of squares away within a 6 square. A little bit further
So,
than that.
yeah, 30 feet.
Just hit Theo.
Put him out of his
Yeah.
misery.
In this case, if you can't necessarily position to attack, that's perfectly fine. You might as well go ahead and get closer and plan to attack next turn. The good news is this is going to go pretty quickly because it is a pretty low level fight.
It's also 4-on-2.
That also.
And you got One Punch Man. And we did some maths earlier today and found out that I hit pretty damn hard. Maybe your level 4 Warlock just needs to get good.
All right. So if you do wish to move closer, feel free to go ahead and click and drag up to 30 feet of movement. Remember that each square is 5 feet. So there we go. That was, I believe, 5, 10, 15, 20. That's good.
Am I needed for like the next 30 seconds? Because I gotta use the bathroom.
Go for it. Use your bonus action. All right, you use your bonus action to high five. The wolf is still angry at you, but at least it was a crisp high five. All right. And with that, I am assuming you will end your turn. We will then move on over to Rin. It is now Rin's turn.
All right, everyone. Here's the plan. You pet it, and I'll run! And I'm going to run 30 feet this way.
Oh my gosh. That lines up so much more in character than I anticipated. So yeah, go for it. The fun thing about movement. If you wanted to actually run, you could not only use the movement action, but you could also use your action, like regular action, to take another movement action and go into a full sprint. This would let you move 60 feet.
Rin? More like run, am I right?
Hey, it's Tulio, and that was a scene from the movie.
You're right. You're doing what Tulio would do.
Exactly.
I'm proud of you. Wait, actually, how old are you? Like
20.
Okay. I have a lot to be prouder than you then. I'm proud of you then, because apparently, like Brett Dickey told me that you're not allowed to be proud of people who are older than you.
Oh, you meant in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 21 in real life.
Oh. When's your birthday?
December 31st.
Yes. I'm a little bit older.
Okay.
I'm allowed to be proud of you. Because that logic makes perfect sense. I'm like 14 days older than you.
Oh, wow.
Or something like that.
All right. So, of course, Theo's immediate response is, Rin, no! As Rin just starts booking it. So you're just taking 30 movement, or...
Yeah, I'm just going to do 30 movement.
Okay. You are out of there. You're like, no thank you.
I'll watch that later.
All right.
Oh.
All right. That'll advance us to Sheltama's turn.
Oh boy, hit me! Well, obviously I do not need to move.
Okay.
Because I think we all know my plan is to punch him.
Yeah.
One
So go
punch.
ahead and take that attack action.
Yes. I'm going to take the attack action.
All right. So initially, for you, of course, it's just a regular unarmored strike.
Uh-huh.
That'll be rolling a d12 to see if it hits.
Oof.
That is not a.
It's not
Sorry,
great.
D20, my bad, not a d12.
Oh,
Did I say d12?
you did say D12. I was a little confused. That's still not. It's not any better.
Well, it's better than a 2.
Not by much, and it's a D20. There was more opportunity to do better, and I didn't do better.
All right.
This is objectively worse.
Good news, nothing bad happens, but as you swing back at the wolf magically just kind of hops sideways. In the exact same way that you dodged its attack, it did the same.
It's learning.
The AI is evolving.
So you've both just tried to attack one another and then just like very easily dodged to the side. Do you use your bonus action or anything of the like?
Can I use my bonus action to attack again?
Only if you successfully hit the first one.
Oh. Wait, so what can I do with my bonus action?
Nothing. I don't
Let me
know.
look at your sheet. In this case,
I can cry a little. That's true.
if you wanted to... Wait a minute.
I don't know if I would wait a minute.
I'm reading. Yeah, no, that's it.
That's it?
As a bonus action, you can do any other minor action things.
Like,
what are they typing? Yeah, no, at this point, it's realistically you could move away from the wolf or anything like that if you'd like.
that seems kind of pointless because it could easily just get right back next to me.
Right. It does move faster than you. It's a wolf we're talking about here.
Yeah.
If you'd like, you can just stay
I'm
there.
also a turtle, so I'm kind of slow.
Yep. So that's it for now.
What is this retreat to shell thing? That's a regular action, right? That's not a bonus action.
That takes an action, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it then if I can't do anything else.
All right.
Moving is kind of pointless if that's the only thing I can do.
All right. So now
Actually,
we'll
no,
go
I'm
ahead
going to
and
use my
proceed.
bonus action to cry a little. That's a good suggestion.
All right. A single tear runs down your cheek. Do turtles have cheeks?
I guess.
Okay. It is now Wolf numero 2's turn.
Is that the one that's not near me?
Wolfie boy number 2 will take a little bit of movement and yep, just somber right up.
Can't believe I
Just
rolled a
get on up
3.
there. Just really chomp on in. Can't believe Theo's dead.
This is
Good
going
news.
very well.
Good news. It's a wolf. Bad news. It's a wolf.
We're getting beat up by floofs.
All right. I'm
Except
gonna let
Tulio.
you.
He's out of
I'm
here.
gonna let you see these rolls because
Yep.
it's funny if you do. The wolf attempts to go for a chomping attack on you.
These wolves are bad.
Well, I mean, they're better than me.
Well,
They've rolled a 6 and a 7 so far. That's better than 3.
Now,
Yeah.
admittedly, they do also get to add a +1 to that, so does an 8 hit? Okay, yeah, you're good. The wolf tries to chomp at you, but luckily you've identified on your previous turn that it is in fact a wolf, and you knew they had teeth.
This is the
You were
lamest
ready.
fight.
All right, it is now your turn. You have no
that is
weapons.
a terrible idea.
Well, it's a good idea for me.
No, that is a
You're now
terrible
going
idea.
to take place.
seems like a bad
You're
idea.
now going to attack the wolf with an unarmed strike. In this case, using your foot. So go ahead and roll for me. Yes, in this case, just a regular d20 attack roll. Oh,
What?
I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna take the second one.
And he kicked it.
So yeah, I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna take the second one because that's a nat 20, and that's our first crit. So in this case,
Everyone celebrate.
well, I mean, obviously double the damage. And on top of that, let's see, you also get your true strike, right?
I can't believe Theo's not dead.
First wolf on the moon.
Oh right, I know why it rolled twice.
No, it's year 12. We don't know about the moon yet.
Hey, I know exactly why it rolled twice. It rolled twice because you have advantage. You have advantage
Oh,
because you used True Strike.
Oh.
that makes perfect sense.
And you just got a 20 because of advantage. So even if I wasn't nice,
So it wasn't a
you
glitch.
just crit.
It was
So
real.
good news. Go ahead and roll me 2d4. And then add your strength mod to that as well.
That's pretty good.
What's your strength mod? Okay, so we're not gonna add anything to it. No, it wouldn't retract anything from it. It would only add points wise. Oh wait, no, never mind. It wouldn't even add anything. It's not. You're not using a weapon. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you just deal 7 damage. You
kick the wolf.
kick the wolf
Did it.
straight in the jaw, and it lets out a very very sad whimper. Picture the wolf hit sound effect from Minecraft. That's what just happened.
Ooh.
No, that's the player hit.
Oh.
Good try, though. Actually, that's not even the player hit sound anymore. That's the old player hit sound.
Well, I don't play the new Minecraft, so
I do.
All right.
Minecraft's on the rise. It's coming back.
It is now.
ever since I added horses, I
I'm
gave
assuming
up.
that was the end of your turn. All right, there we go. Oops, things have been clicked.
The buttons.
I've yet found a way to clear chat or delete things,
Das
so
Button.
we just get to deal with people's mistakes. Where was I? Right, Wolfie boy. He's gonna take 5 feet himself, and then he's gonna chomp. He mount. He crouch.
Oh boy.
Oh
He
my
mount. The
We
wolf just
are.
crit.
That's Yeah, good luck with that.
You're just having a bad day.
It's
So
okay. Could roll low damage.
okay.
He's gonna roll twice though, right?
I want you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Crit for crit. Blood
Tit
for
for
the
tat.
blood gods.
Or the dragon that gave up on the world.
So yeah, can you go ahead and do me a favor and roll a saving throw, strength saving throw? Seth.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
the other one being chomps.
I didn't know that. Um, that's a D20.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it'll add whatever your strength saving throw number is.
14 plus. Eh.
You're good anyways, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
However, you do still take some damage. Give me a moment. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Eh.
Gonna hide the damage roll. I've got good news and bad news.
Okay.
The good news is you're not dead.
Okay. Is the bad news I'm at 1 HP?
No, the bad news is you're at 0 HP.
Oh,
You have how much HP?
9.
Yeah, it did 10.
Oh,
So you are now unconscious, and a wolf bit your leg.
hey. Okay, how do I,
Let's see. Which one works?
oh, sure. Close
There
enough.
we go. Well, that would just symbolize like dead.
Yeah, it's
You're
close
not
enough.
dead per se. Yeah, that's fine. Boop. Man down.
Oof.
Turtle down.
Turtle down.
Turtle
Back and
down.
pick it up. Go help him.
Damn
Okay,
it.
so that is the end of your turn. All right, Bastion, it's now your turn.
I don't get to punch the doggo.
That's 50 feet. That's quite some distance.
You know, it's because we didn't have Tulio.
I'm doing Tulio things.
I mean, it was worth the meme. I'm not gonna lie. It was quite impressive.
How do I roll a 3 and the dog rolls a 20?
That would be D&D, my friend.
This game is rigged.
I don't know if it helps at all, but looking at the dog that Theo just, looking at the wolf that Theo just punched, I can't call it a dog. It makes me sad that I'm saying you punched a dog. Kicked a dog. Oh god, that's even worse. So yeah, the wolf is very clearly injured. If you were to attack it, tell it like it is. I established dominance.
T-pose to enforce your point.
Who's the alpha now? Gonna use inflict wounds. Okay. So do me a favor and go ahead and click inflict wounds on your on your character sheet so that you may all see it.
Oh, that's a spell.
Indeed.
Oh, I thought she was just going to try and kick him.
Oh no, we are inflicting wounds.
Yeah, by kicking.
So, inflict wounds. Make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage. It's a little strong here. Still doing it? Still inflicting wounds? Alright, are you going to join the kicking party or cast inflict wounds? Go for it. It's up to you.
Kicking? I want to do some kicking.
You know what? You ran away.
Kick. Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20 for an unarmed strike. That'll do it.
The fuck is up with these high-ass rolls?
So, you kick the wolf. Go ahead and roll me a d4. Boom. And that is exactly enough. And with 2 fell kicks, the wolf is dead.
The wolf is dead?
Yep.
It took 2 kicks to kill the wolf.
Okay, well the first one was a crit.
Okay, true, but...
And also they rolled pretty high on the d4s, a 4 and a 3.
Okay.
Alright, so the wolf is now dead. Congrats. Is that your turn, or would you also like to take your movement to get a little closer to your shell boyfriend? We shall. Alright, go for it.
Oh, they missed a perfect opportunity for a pun.
We shall. Alright. That would be good. 6 squares of movement. Boop.
Go, go, Power Rangers.
Alright. So, I assume that will be the end of your turn. It is now back to Rin.
Tulio is gonna run away some more. Tulio's mindset is fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
Okay, so hear me out on this.
Oh my god, you are actually running away.
What if I get some plants and try to feed the wolves?
Will you have time to do that?
Before they end up kicking it to death? Probably not.
Last I checked, wolves love turtle soup.
Oh my god.
He's already got some food.
Yeah, so I'm going to move to the farm.
Wolf used bite. It was super effective. Sheltama fainted.
Just
I don't know
gonna
if I can
start-
do this or not, but I just want to start grabbing vegetables out of the ground.
You're just grabbing vegetables.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead and do that and take another movement. Go for it.
Oh, okay.
This is one of those few things where I want to see this happen.
30 feet?
You go for it.
Okay.
Which puts you in decent throwing range, I guess.
Yes.
Throw the food!
So you all see Rin running back, holding a couple cabbages, an eggplant or two, some tomatoes. He's just immediately just running in with arms full of food. And I'm assuming you try to chuck one or two?
And I just start chucking.
Alright. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Alright.
This will be an athletics check, I suppose.
Could have been a 5. It almost was a 5.
No,
It
okay.
almost was a 5.
It almost was a 5. Given the distance, you throw and hit the wolf square on the nose with a tomato.
Boo!
He don't like it.
I'm booing the wolf.
Skibbity boop pop.
All right. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Wait, I have an idea to represent this.
Wait, which wolf is dead? The one with the
Yeah, the one with the X over it.
No, I know that, but which one's which?
He now has smelly marks on him because he smells nothing but tomato.
My question here is does the wolf move first or Theo? Oh, the one is dead? Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we are now to. I'm
Oh
assuming
yeah, I
it's the end
see.
of your turn.
Okay. It highlights
We are
him.
now to Sheltama's turn.
Can I do anything? Aren't I basically dead until somebody
Well,
revives me?
you were unconscious and losing blood as you were just bitten. I need you to go ahead and make a death saving.
Death roll.
Is that
Death roll,
also?
death saving
I
throw.
assume that's also a
Bum, bum, bum,
D20.
bum.
Indeed, it is.
So it's pretty much every like roller check a D20.
Ooh. Go ahead and do me a favor and mark on your sheet your first failed death saving throw.
Oh boy, this isn't going very well for me.
Now, remind me how death saving throws work, because I thought it was above 10 is a success, and below it is a failure.
I thought that it was above an 11. Am I incorrect on that? Let me double
I
check.
don't know. I really don't.
Death saving throw 5e. How's this work? Let's double check just to be certain. Oh, if it's a 10 or higher, you succeed. Okay, so yeah, you actually do succeed that one.
So
So
mark a
mark it as a
success.
success. There we go. I was like, wait a minute. Doesn't have to be 11 or 12 or higher. Maybe not. Maybe I was just playing with the DM when I was dying that one time. That was a stickler.
The turtle lives.
All right. So that's a good start. All right. And that will end your turn. We are on to number 1, who's dead. So I'll move that from the turn order.
Bruh, that was
And
real not chill.
top of the round, we are back to
How
Theo.
dare you? I am so much better than Michelangelo. I am offended.
Well, here's the funny thing about the death saves. You've got one success. You, if I remember correctly, in order to stabilize and stop bleeding, you need to make 2 or 3.
Best 2 out of 3.
It is best 2
I
out of
don't
3.
know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. It's like rock, paper, scissors.
Yep, it's 2 out of 3.
Well, I choose scissors and you lose.
Yeah, but I choose gun.
Oh.
Guns don't exist in this realm, huh?
Ooh.
Do scissors exist?
Of
Well,
course.
shears.
All right.
Alright, fine. I choose
Delete
crossbow
scissors.
then.
Delete scissors 42. Or is it 32? Delete scissors 32.
Actually, no, I'm just kidding. I choose punch.
Yep, it is in fact your turn. So, you got distance to go. If you click the ruler tool,
The one that
which
looks
is
like a power symbol.
looks like a
Yes.
little power symbol turned to the side. All right, you can get pretty close. That tree is technically you can move under the tree. That's a possibility.
So can you just not move into the one like in the middle of the tree because that's where the trunk is?
Sounds right to me.
You've got one more square of movement. There you go. question is, yeah, medium beast. He's not actually large enough to hit from there. Can, however, cast True Strike
Oh,
because it's
damn
a
it.
cantrip. Go ahead and give me a roll. Yep, D20. Okay.
Is it a wolf?
You run over and point and say, Shoutama, watch out! This one's a cat, I think.
Damn it. I named my character wrong. It should have been Kametama.
Wait, why?
Because Kame is Japanese for turtle. I think.
It's not too late to change it.
You know what? Shaltama sounds stupider. I'm going with that.
Alright, so
Also, it rolls off the tongue a little better.
I assume that will be the end of your turn. It is now a wolf's turn. Now, the good news is, the tomato did actually help to some degree. It is no longer trying to feast on your turtly body and is more interested in the thing that just came over and shouted at it.
Oh boy.
Seems like it might even be a little bit insulted that it's not a wolf anymore.
We've been going for like 2 hours.
Boop. Boop. So the wolf turns and attempts to attack you. I'm once again going to go ahead and let you see this roll, because why not?
Yeet.
Oof. That is a hit. What is your AC, by the way? If it's a dead even match, okay, it's not. It's one over.
At least it's not a
Um,
crit.
if it's a match that if it matches your AC, then it'll deal half damage. So that will hit. Oops. Ignore that. All right. You take 6 damage.
Oof. Indeed.
And if you could also make a strength saving throw. That'll be a d20. Okay. Uh, yeah, it's a 4, actually, because you also have a -1 to that. So, as the wolf lunges at you, it nips your arm and pushes you to the ground. You are now prone.
Is there a symbol for prone?
Maybe. It can be. Yeah.
There's a guy
This
with
one.
3 arrows sticking out of his back.
That one. I like that one. Yep, you are now knocked prone. Alright. And that is now the end of the wolf's turn. It's now Bastion's turn. Spare the dying. Oh, nice. Alright, so you can go ahead and approach, and I will let you go ahead and um, go ahead and roll a d20. Alright, that is a success. Sheltama is now immediately stabilized.
Yay!
However, still, well, is it? Yeah, still not feeling great, still unconscious. Um, but you are stabilized, so you're no longer bleeding out.
Okay.
All right. And that was an action, so do anything in particular with your bonus action? You do have additional movement. Well, you wouldn't want to move, though, because that would provoke an opportunity attack on the wolf. Now that you've moved in range of the wolf, if you moved away again, he'd attack. So at this point, I think that would probably be the end of your turn. Alright. We now move on to Rin. So, what's up, Rin? What are you doing next?
I've still got food, right? Like vegetables I'm carrying.
Oh yeah, you only threw a tomato.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna throw a cabbage next.
Okay. Would you like to move closer at all to make the throw easier, or
Oh, yes.
go for it?
Do that. Let's move. Move there. And melt it with the cabbage.
Okay. A cabbage is large enough that it'll deal damage as an improvised throwing weapon.
Ooh. Alright, here goes nothing. That's a 12.
Okay. Good news, that hits.
Okay.
Roll me a d4 and cut that damage in half. Alright, so just one. Yeah, so the cabbage hits the wolf square in the shoulder and kind of knocks it off of Theo, given it was trying to pin him down.
I helped.
Your vegetables are surprisingly helpful.
I'm gonna kill a wolf with a bunch of vegetables.
Tulio, the vegetable warrior. Cabbage King.
Hey,
Cabbage
Tulio's
King
not,
Tulio.
no, Tulio's not taking credit for this. This is Rin's doing.
Rin the Cabbage King.
Yes.
All right. With that, we are back to Deltama.
Oh boy, it me.
Indeed.
I'm gonna become the cabbage guy
I think I've
from
said that literally every
Avatar:
single
The Last
turn.
Airbender.
The cabbage guy? I can't remember. Oh, I remember the cabbage guy.
My cabbages.
Yes.
Except you're gonna be a badass instead.
Yes.
All right. So,
After this fight, you're just gonna like start carrying around cabbages for the rest of the campaign.
so you are stable but not conscious, and you are knocked prone. The very first thing I would do is go ahead and roll to see if you can force yourself conscious.
I don't think I've rolled higher than an 11 this whole game.
Given your drinking, that's not going to do.
Yeah, no, I figured that. I was wondering when my drinking would come into play. I didn't want to mention anything because I knew it would hurt my odds.
You're still fine, though.
Okay,
All right,
well, as
I
long
guess
as
that'll
I'm
be
not
it
any
for now.
worse.
I feel kind of bad. This wolf is actually a bit more buff than the other one, so
It's
roll again.
Fine. Me?
You won't be able to do anything if you get up this time, but roll again.
God damn it.
Oh.
It was
That
almost
was-
20.
That was really close to a 20, in which case it would have said you sprung back up, was no longer drunk, and had an attack.
I literally became Rock Lee. I would have literally become Rock Lee.
Yeah, but no, no, you're still unconscious. As you lie there unconscious, you kind of mother something under your breath and cough a little bit in pain and say, wolf. And then just kind of roll back over. All right. Top of the round.
This game is rigged.
It is
Yeah,
now Theo's
cabbages
turn.
are overpowered.
can hear my roommate just like completely shouting at his
Yes,
computer.
standing up is in fact an action. Or theoretically, you're in a position where you can't attack without standing up. You would have disadvantage on the kick, but you could kick the wolf. All right. So go ahead and roll me 2d20s. You're going to have to take the lowest results. So that'll be a 7. That will not hit. Oh, wait. But never mind, because you also have advantage. So that would actually be a 12. Roll me half damage, please. A d4, and then cut it in half. Because wait, you didn't actually hit the true strike, did you? No, because you thought it was a cat.
Pretty sure my housemate is raging at Minecraft right now.
Whatever. I'll let you deal the 1 damage. DM's fault for not paying attention. Oops, what happened? Okay, so you kick the wolf, and yeah, that's about it. I just picture Theo screaming and kicking, like, ah! I mean, you should just get jumped on by a wolf, so. Alright. Where did my initiative tracker? There it is. On we go.
It'd be Wolfie's turn.
Yeah, it is in fact Wolfie's turn. Now, good news is, you are kicking the wolf. However, the wolf is still upset that it can smell nothing but tomato right now, and also got beamed in the shoulder with a cabbage. So it's going to turn and attack.
I love how Tulio's the one who ran away and he's doing the most shit.
See?
It's going to turn to attack Rin, realizing that it cannot, and instead try to attack Bastion, simply because closer. It's kind of in a panic right now. It's just doing whatever it possibly can. Does an 11 hit?
Or is your AC exactly 11?
I don't get it. Somebody in the
Oh,
stream
boy.
said insert fireball joke.
Oh, thank you.
I don't get it.
Fireball.
Like
Almost
this.
as good as Eldritch Blast. Wait a minute, don't you have Eldritch Blast?
Shut up.
Why are you throwing cabbages? You have Eldritch Blast.
Shut up.
You get this like powerful move when you're throwing vegetables.
I'm doing that intentionally.
That's what
Alright.
Tulio would do. The person in the chat said use that blast in weddings.
Alright.
Oh, use it
Bastion
all the
takes
time.
5 damage. That was
Kind of
that was
surprised
half
somebody's
my
actually
noise.
watching this. Although I'm normally surprised when anybody watches any of my streams. Where the hell did the lid of this thing
And
go?
as the wolf bites you as well, forgot to mention, go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Hey? Where'd the lid go? Oh, I'm dumb.
Go ahead. Oh, you're good. No big deal. Okay, and on to Bastion's turn. So, what are we up to?
My housemate is going fucking berserk right now. And I'm pretty sure he's only playing Minecraft.
Inflict wounds? You know, last time it was overkill, this time it's a darn good idea. Go for it. And as I said before, the other wolf, it had 1 HP. In this case, roll a d20, and then add your spellcast. Should be your spell casting modifier to it. See if it hits. Because the melee spell attack. It should be like a +4 or something.
My guess is +3, so we're a total of 8.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
Laying batches and slaying witches, or is it the other way around? I don't understand these D&D jokes.
Wait, what did they say?
They said laying batches and slaying witches, or is it the other way around?
Oh,
That might not even be a joke. I don't know.
No, it is a joke.
Oh, okay.
Instead of laying bitches and slaying witches, he just switched the first
Oh,
letter.
I got it now.
all right. So, yes, the attack misses.
That's what I get for being a noob.
Doesn't expend a spell slot, though. So the spell doesn't completely fizzle, it just doesn't happen. Because I'm nice like that. And then, yeah, that's going to be it. You do have a bonus action, but... See, I propose you use the bonus action to wipe off the wolf's nose and potentially make friends with it. Warning, don't listen to your DM, it's a bad idea. Alright. So then with that, I'm assuming that is the end of your turn. And then we will go ahead and hop on over to Rin.
All right, time for the potato.
The potatoes are coming back.
I'm still a full of potato. I assume you chuck it.
At the wolf.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Can you guys hear me chewing?
Nope.
Okay, good.
That's a d12.
That is in fact a d12.
Tis.
2.
You toss the potato and you accidentally hit you accidentally hit Theo in the back of the head. Doesn't do any damage or anything, it just hurts.
This game is rigged. How have we not killed this fucking wolf yet?
That's a good question. Theo just looks up from the ground. Dude!
The fuck, man?
Alright.
I'm just
Ah.
wildly chucking vegetables at this thing.
Alright, I assume that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Sheltima, back to you.
Hey!
Go ahead and roll to wake the heck up.
For the 5th time in a row. Oh my god, I hate this fucking game. What do I do? Do I roll
Nothing.
again?
Roll again. Oh, thank God.
Thank fuck.
Okay.
Only took me 12 rolls.
You are now conscious, standing up. You have 1 HP,
Woo!
and there's your turn.
I'm the best.
All right.
He's the best around.
Oh god damn it!
Theo,
Now I'm
your turn.
demonetized
What do you mean?
because he sang a song.
I mean, as long as it's under 5 seconds, right?
No one's ever gonna let you
No,
down.
I don't
You're
have
the
enough
best.
subscribers to get demonetized or to make
Hey,
money.
one person in
Period.
chat, make a claim. Make a claim. Do it. Make a claim.
Dude, I don't make money from YouTube.
Yeah, fair enough. How well does the wolf look? On a scale from 1 to 10,
I do, however, make money from Epic Games.
out of 5.
Or at least I used to. And then I stopped playing Fortnite. Which is kind of dumb because I made $4,000 off of it.
That's a... eh. Was it worth it, though?
I don't know. It's $4,000.
$4,000? That's a semester of college.
Well, there you go.
And just to play Fortnite, that's pretty good.
You gonna kick it? We gonna kick it? Uh-oh, I'm being attacked by a doggo. Hello, doggo. Hi, how's it going?
Oh, now the DM's being attacked by everyone's getting attacked by a dog.
Now I'm being attacked by a wolf.
Yeah, but
Hello.
the DM's
And
not
there's
gonna hit
two of
back
them.
though.
Oh no. Oh lord. Oh jeez.
The doggo rolled a 16 against the DM.
Go on. Good lord. Okay.
Doggo
So
used
yeah,
attack.
that's gonna hit, by
It
the
was
way.
super effective.
So go ahead and roll me that that D4. Hey. Alright. You kick the wolf. Well done.
Good job.
You're still prone, by the way, but I forgot about that. So whatever.
And you have a potato that just got hit.
I'm chilling. Very chilling. I'm gonna be honest. That potato's still sitting on the ground next to you. There is such a thing as an interaction if you want to pick it up.
Club him with a potato.
Congrats, you've picked up the potato. Wait, do we... Yeah, you can use your bonus action. What are you gonna do?
Potato.
Eat
Yes!
a raw potato.
Oh lord. Was this a magic
Sure.
potato from the other farm? Oh no,
Absolutely.
you didn't
what?
run far enough away.
You take the grisliest bite out of this raw, dirty potato. Keep in mind it was just picked from the garden, hasn't even been washed off.
It
You just
also
take
hit
the
your head and
biggest
was on the
bite.
ground.
And yeah, there you go. Congrats. Need your nutrients, as did the potato. All that dirt. There you go.
Dude,
All
I
right.
still can't believe how good this
We'll end
thumbnail
your
is.
turn. It is now Woofy Boy's turn. Who is still
Somehow
angry.
still alive.
Since you're the one that most recently kicked it, you've now diverted its attention to you. It is going to roll to attack. Give me a moment while I remove that. All right. Oof. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, it probably
does.
hits.
11 AC.
16
All
would
right.
hit me.
I'm gonna ask every time as if I don't know the AC, just because it makes it more fun than me saying, "Oh, hey, it hit you." All right. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna
Roll damage.
roll damage, and oh, good. Take 4 damage, please. That's the lowest amount possible. That's pretty good. What's your HP looking like right now, by the way? You have.
Okay.
Oh boy. Well, good news, bad news. Good news is you're not dead. Bad news is you're now unconscious from the absolute pain of this wolf biting your leg that you kept kicking it with.
I told you kicking it was a bad idea.
Hey, at least you took a bite of that potato. Oh yeah, you also just went unconscious with a. You also just went unconscious with a half-chewed raw potato in your mouth. So, congrats.
Quick question. You're including the temporary hit points that you got, right?
Wait, were you including the temporary hit points?
Apparently
You don't have
not.
those. You have 2 left. Ooh, good lord. Good news is you're still up. All right, that's
You're
good. That's good.
welcome.
In that case, you're still up and you're still chewing. Attaboy, Theo. You flip it off. You know what? That would be an interesting but appropriate response after getting bitten by something. Okay. In that case, it is now Bastion's turn. Going for the kill. It's time.
Come on, let's go. This is Sparta.
Keep in mind, at any point in time, you can roll to check and see how the wolf is doing. Earlier, when I said about 5 out of 10, I should have actually made you roll for that. It would have been a perception check. Doesn't take a turn or an action or anything, but you can roll a perception check to see what his health is like.
Kick the crap out of that wolf.
Yeeted out of existence.
Yote.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d20. Make that perception check.
Make that perception check an 11.
Okay. You can tell it's certainly injured. You have a feeling anything will do.
Kick it.
Still can't believe I got crit on the first fucking thing I fought.
All right, roll another d20. Kick the wolf. Kick the wolf.
This is.
Pretty
Is this
lame.
Sparta? Is this Sparta?
You would also add.
It's
Oh,
Athens.
that's Athens.
Well, yeah, that's not going to do it.
Damn it. It's
Right.
Athens.
You go to kick the wolf, which at this point has finally become wise to your kicking and has slightly dodged out of the way.
I'm gonna have to kill this wolf with vegetables.
And with that, unless you have an interaction or anything of the sort,
Vegetables are super effective against a wolf.
Apparently so.
This is the stupidest fight. This wolf is literally destroying all of us, and you come in here and beat it up with vegetables.
see, as somebody who works at a pet store, I just can't help but thinking the grain-free versus non-grain-free diet debate for dogs.
What are just people just literally throwing vegetables at dogs?
Well, no, it's
Because
never
that's
mind.
what I'm doing right now.
That's the Tulio way.
Anyways, speaking of, hey Rin, it's your turn again.
Alright, what vegetables do I have left?
At this point, you've got a potato and another tomato.
Alright, time for tomato.
I don't know,
Okay.
potato's harder.
Yeah. But the tomato really got him last time. I'm thinking tomato.
Okay.
Roll for it.
Yep.
Oh my
Natural
lord.
20.
Oh my god.
Get him in the eye. Burn his eyes out.
You're about to
Oh.
crit this dog with a tomato.
You
This is the stupidest fight.
I'm so mad. I don't want this to happen, but
He set up this whole thing where we have to fight these dogs. And he's just fighting them with fucking tomatoes.
Okay, before I say anything, go ahead and roll damage. I want to see what happens. Just roll a d4. Just roll a d4.
I can't breathe.
Roll a d4. Tomato only does half of a d4 worth of damage, but roll me the d4.
Oh gosh.
In D&D,
Hang on.
we always round down, so there's exactly one situation in which this kills it.
No, it's a 1.
Okay. Thank God.
I really wish it was a 4.
Um.
That would have been hilarious.
Okay,
oh my
because it was a
gosh.
crit, you don't get advantage, but you do get double damage.
So I get to roll again?
No, but what it did do was 2 damage, and it hit the
Okay.
it hit the wolf directly in the eyes. The wolf is now howling up a storm because it cannot see, and it hurts. The wolf is now blinded.
Oh my gosh.
He can't smell. He can't see. He's got tomato in his eyes and his nose.
Oh boy, is it
Alright,
my turn to get a 1 and not finish him off?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Yep. Sheltona, your turn. Take it home.
Obviously, I'm gonna punch him.
All right, go for it.
Oh my god, I hate this game. I hate this fucking game. I'm like 99% sure the highest thing I've rolled is an 11.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think you rolled a 17 at one point to stand up.
You know what? I did. That's true. I'm changing my color. It's the color that's wrong.
You know what? You're right. It is the color that's wrong.
The
Go ahead and roll
green's
again.
fucking me up.
You know the green was just bad luck. You know what? DM saw nothing. Roll again.
Oh, okay. Watch it be a 20. God damn it, the 20! It was the color!
Oh my god. I try to be nice.
Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna roll damage and gonna get a 1.
Oh my god.
This game makes no sense!
I'm gonna be honest. You don't even need to roll damage. It had 1 HP. You are pissed because this wolf had hurt your legs so much. You grab its tail, fling it backwards into the ground, and it dies.
Fucking Christ.
Just like Hulk from the Avengers.
It was purple's the color to go with. Green was not doing it for me.
Oh wait, give me a moment. Don't I actually have sprites for this? Oh, I do have sprites for this.
It crit me, I crit back.
Hey, look.
I love how I called it too. As soon as I switch colors, it's a 20.
Dead wolf. And dead wolf. There we go. I totally forgot I actually had those.
Now I understand why my brothers bought so many damn sets of dice.
Yeah. Because you just gotta find the right ones.
He's got like 30 different sets of dice, which honestly I think is a waste of money.
Me too, to be honest. I've got a lot of dice, about 30 sets.
See, it makes like he tries to give me the argument that like I've got so many cards, but that's different because they do different things.
Well, listen. What I do whenever I'm playing D&D, I take all of my dice, right? I've got a big, they're in like a tackle box almost.
Uh-huh.
I will take the d20 from each set and I will roll it once. Whichever one I get a 20 with first, those are the dice I use for the day.
Hmm.
And you know what? In this single campaign I've been playing, after a couple of weeks, I want to say I've had like a solid 15 or so crits.
Well, there's been like 6 or 7 crits in just this campaign, like among all of us, in just like 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot.
It is a
Anyways,
lot.
so good news. Combat is now over. So
And
yeah.
I have 1 HP.
So as you finally kill the wolves, you hear a rustling in the tree just behind you.
No, it's the potatoes.
I'm gonna turn around and chuck a potato at the rustling.
They're back
sorry,
for
not behind you.
revenge.
You actually hear a rustling in the tree just over here.
I chuck a potato at it.
Do you?
Yes.
Roll for it.
What if it's the kids?
Shut up. I'm rolling this. It's a 9.
You chuck the potato, and you certainly do hit the tree at the base of it. And nothing else happens. You hear a childish voice from the tree above. Hey, look, a potato.
It's Navi.
So, as you might have expected, 3 extremely dirty, 1 slightly bloodied children come climbing down from the tree. One of them was, in fact, scraped by one of the wolves climbing the trees. He's got a nice little gash on his knee, but other than that, they're perfectly safe. They come walking towards you and are ecstatic that you saved them. I need to find a child. Phrases I will never utter again. Wait, this one's perfect.
That is definitely a child.
That is a child.
Am I missing
There's only
something
one
here?
thing worse than a wolf. Boom.
Eh. Oh, I see. And the dice was covering it up.
There's a child. There's a child. There's a human child.
It's a fucking scarecrow.
It's like a stuffy doll or something. I don't know. It'll do for
It's like
now. I
those-
really need
what's
to
that?
improve
There's
my
a
library
movie.
of tokens.
What's it called? It's called 9? There's like a movie with like little.
Oh, dude, I love Nine.
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
movie.
it's 9.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, so the kids come running up. Thank you guys so much for killing those things. Oh my gosh. They were going to hurt us.
Bastion, why would you throw a potato at these poor children?
You
Classic Tulio.
you see number 3 over here. He's like, "Oh, yeah, thanks for the potato." And he just takes a bite out of it. The raw,
Ugh.
Wait.
unwashed, dirty potato.
Yep.
Oddly enough, it's the kid with a gash on his leg that starts eating the potato.
He's gotta get them nutrients to heal himself up.
All right. So, yeah, so Theo then pipes up, Are you kids all right? How long have you been out here?" The kids kind of looked at you and said, "Oh, we were just playing. And then these wolves came up. It's really weird. There's never any wolves in these woods. But we've been out here in the tree for like, I don't know, maybe an hour." The kid eating the potato looks at Theo and says, "Are you going to stand up?" Yeah, so Theo then looks at him and says, "You were strangely casual for a near-death experience, uh, for most of us, and no, no, I will not."
Why are there so many spaces between all the letters? Also, I just realized that you've been that. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I'm dumb. Never mind. Ignore me.
For emphasis.
What the fuck was that? Oh, it was my water bottle.
Um, so yeah, the kids kind of just look at you and shrug and say, it's not our first time playing with wolves."
Well, that's a bit disarming.
Theo looks over at Bastion and says, "I can hardly stand, I'm so exhausted. Bastion, if you would be so kind." All right, Bastion says, "Of course," and then extends a hand out to assist Theo up from being prone. The all right, so Theo
You're
is
using
now
Theo chat again.
no longer prone. Well, there you go. Theo is now standing. Fantastic. Um. So yeah, with that, to the victors go the spoils. If you would like to, you can potentially inspect the wolves' bodies.
I think we're good. Well, except for Theo. Theo's weird.
All right. Well, Theo goes and starts slowly inspecting the wolf's body. It seems to be a perfectly healthy adult male wolf. But as you look closer, you happen to notice that his eyes are a weird, swirling purple color, even after death.
Yeah,
You've
that's probably
never
because of
seen
the
this
tomato
before.
I threw in his eye.
You've never seen this before, and you doubt it's from the tomato, given it looks almost otherworldly, as if you can see the stars in its eyes.
It's the Ender Dragon.
And that's also not from the cabbage hitting its head either.
What about the potato? Or
No,
did
I
we?
hit Theo in the head with a potato.
Oh, okay.
Theo just looks at you. That was some fucked up tomato, dude.
Well, I don't consider myself a typical farmer around here, but I do my best.
Alright. Does Sheltama have any reaction to all of this, by the way?
Let's get these kids back to town, brah, so I can catch some Z's. I told you,
Fair enough.
I'm crushed now.
Alright. So yeah, Sheltama prioritizes going ahead and gathering the children.
Oh no, I prioritize sleep.
Well, okay, prioritize sleep.
Alright,
But
lie down
also-
under this tree and take a nap.
Sleep via getting the kids back.
Yeah, so getting the kids back. So yeah, also, Theo, as you briefly inspect the other wolf, you notice it also has the weird galaxy swirly eye thing going on, which doesn't look good. But other than that, they seem perfectly healthy. Y'all just gonna leave some wolves behind? That's in somebody's backyard?
I thought this was the woods.
This is somebody's backyard?
I mean, theoretically.
Fuck it.
I mean,
Look, it ain't my job to clean it up.
Fair enough.
yeah. Okay.
Alright. So, as you guys approach, I'm gonna go ahead and see. As you guys approach the, I'm gonna go ahead and move them all the way back to the street. You guys are gonna go all the way back around the front door over here, where the kids live.
Okay.
There you go. So yeah, as you approach the house, one of the children's mothers comes rushing out. Please tell me I have a decent something for this. Anything?
Female human.
No female ragdoll.
Ragdoll with a dress.
Just grab the same ragdoll and just make it bigger. I don't like the perspective. No.
Alright, there you go.
I mean, it does make more sense than everything else on the page, but no.
Alright. So, your other friendly neighbor from in town, who lives here by the name of Miss Julia, immediately pops out and screams, "My baby! What have you done to my baby?" And immediately forward to little Timmy.
This bitch is crazy.
And all the
Those are
friends.
ragdolls.
So obviously her child is the one who not only has dirt all over his face from messily eating a raw potato, but also the gash in his leg. He immediately looks at her and says, "Mom, I'm fine, I'm fine. It was just a wolf." And she immediately screams, "A wolf? In these woods? I'd never. What do you four have to say for yourself?"
I'd wager your garden's pretty destroyed because of the wolves.
Oh my gosh. What a good play. She looks at you and says, "Wolves don't eat vegetables."
No, but they sure like to play in them.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay.
How dumb is she? Let's find out.
Hopefully very, to make the story even better.
Natural 20.
What is
Oh
up with
my
all these
God.
goddamn nat 20s?
She immediately looks at you and says, well, I suppose they do.
Fucking Jedi Tulio
I
over
have,
here.
I have, of course, had some crops trampled. I guess maybe even I've seen a wolf paw or two in there. Anyways, no, I haven't. Wait, we don't even have wolves in these woods.
Well, tell that to the wolf corpses over there in the woods.
She looks at you. You just left them behind?
Well, yes, what else were we going to do with them?
She immediately looks back at her son and says, I want you three to go back and collect those corpses as soon as possible. Those are worth a lot of money. We can get those pelts and sell them. To which the other two kids that are not injured immediately run back to go ahead and collect them.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I imagine that's how they run.
Pretty much. So,
They went through the
she
Ministry of Funny Walks.
I thought it was silly walks.
That's it.
also, I love how she just asked a child to go and retrieve a dead wolf.
Yeah. I mean, it's year
Welcome
12.
to the old days.
You know, they didn't have a, you know, they weren't as safe with their kids back in year 12.
All right, so where were we?
Kids ran off to get wolf carcasses while we talked to the parent.
Right. Yeah. So she looks at you lot and says, "Well, I suppose if there really was a wolf, I should at least thank you for saving my children. I don't have anything I can give you, but I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. But why were you guys out there, anyways?"
Well, I mean, if you want to thank us properly, those wolf carcasses and the pelts you can get from them are probably going to be worth a pretty penny.
She sighs and says, "You know what? It is only fair. You are the ones that felled them. As soon as the children rounds them up, yes, they're all yours. But yeah, no, I'm still seriously confused. Why were you in my end of the woods?"
We had a task from Old Man Joe up the street. He said he wanted to talk to the kids about something.
She immediately sighs, looks at her son, looks back at you, and then just stops talking. Also, I missed the important line of "Your appreciation is all we need" from good old hero Theo. To which I'm assuming you then interrupted and mentioned the wolf carcass thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, give me just a moment here. The two kids then come running back from the opposite direction, and are screaming. What did I just name her? This is why I need to write
Julia.
things down.
Julia.
Miss
Yeah.
Julia. Yeah, they come screaming back. Miss Julia, Miss Julia, the wolves are gone. To which she just looks at him. What? Gone? But they were dead. How did that happen? Anyone?
It's all part of life cycle, man.
Yeah. So you all know very well that at this point, nothing else would have come along to get wolf carcasses, but they have all just disappeared randomly.
It was.
Anyways, Miss Julia just says, "Well, never mind. At this point, I suppose I should just go ahead and tend to your wounds. I do thank you guys, but I apologize that I have returned empty-handed. Thank you again for saving my kid." And then she just kind of runs inside and drags along little Timmy and says thank you again before finally going inside. The kids then kind of walk forward and look at you guys, kind of expecting something else, I suppose.
Can the kids' names be Timmy, Johnny, and Spike?
Yes.
Timmy is an average kid that no one understands.
So Theo then turns and bends down to the two children and says, "Who wants to go on a very literal field trip?" The kids immediately just look at each other and look back at you, shrug, and say, "Yeah." All right. All right, kids, get in the bus.
Seatbelts, everyone.
Seatbelts are for chumps.
I was doing the Magic School Bus opening.
Are you
Oh.
actually about to pick them up and straddle them on each shoulder? Is this happening? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get you to roll for that, please.
This seems illegal.
It's very
Hmm.
illegal.
I mean, it is year
Uh,
12, though.
well, one roll for each kid, I suppose. Go ahead and roll again. Oof.
Oof, indeed.
Yeah, so as you guys start heading up the road,
That kid is dead.
you do actually have a kid on either shoulder, and they're clinging on, but as kids usually do, they're wiggling entirely too much to be carried easily, and eventually one just kind of falls off. Kind of oofs awkwardly when he hits the ground and then stands back up and runs on behind. He's perfectly fine, just having a good time. So, yeah. Hey, guess
You
what?
almost killed a child.
Fast travel. Whee!
Woo.
All right. I don't know where I've dropped it, but I've dropped it somewhere. Uh, um, uh,
It's like all right in front of Farmer Joe.
All right, there we go. Oh, I see. You were all clicking to like actually move at the same time I was clicking and dragging all of you to move. All right.
That's what happened.
So, as you guys show up, you can go and position yourself as you wish around Sir Farmer Joe.
We only got 2 kids for his children's soup.
I forgot we were doing that. Just make a little sun stew.
All
Just
right.
making stagnant boy soup.
There actually is like a little pot over here to cook it with.
That would be his neighbors.
That's true.
Also, you're right. That is actually a pretty nice walk. The more I think about it. Anyways, so where were we?
We just arrived at Old Man Joe's place with children.
Right. So Old Man Joe immediately comes. As soon as he sees you guys coming, he immediately screams, "Oh, good! You've collected the children, but none of that now. I have a much more serious problem."
Oh my god, I got down to 1 HP for this.
I bet it's wolves.
I don't know if it's
So he
wolves.
looks at you and says, "So I know I was making a big fuss about one small patch of potatoes, but it's gotten much worse."
Are
He
we gonna
says,
get the
"Here,
fried potatoes?
I can't explain it with words. Please follow me." And he immediately starts running back and like beckoning for you to come.
So I'd just like to point out I still have 1 HP.
That's perfectly fine. Out of combat, no problem. The kids just kind of follow a little bit. Um, Whoever's in the back, which in this case is Rin and Sheltama, can I have you two roll a perception check, please?
Alrighty. Let's see. Perception. There it is.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to. Eh. Eh. Trying to find it. How do I do?
Should just be quick perception. It should be at the bottom of the stats block. No, wait, never mind. It's actually going to be a perception. So you just click perception on your sheet.
Where is perception?
I got it.
Well, that doesn't help me for the future. Where is perception?
Halfway through the skills block, actually.
It's listed alphabetically.
Hey.
So, you two happen to notice, since the children were very unpleased to see that they were actually headed to
Oh, I see it.
Farmer Joe's, they are slowly starting to sneak the other direction. Of course, Theo and Bastion, you don't happen to see it. Only Sheltama and Rin.
Right, what are we doing?
I was really expecting you to say, "Ah, shit, here we go again."
Missed opportunity.
So yeah, it's up to you. Do you let him go? Do you grab him?
What are we supposed to be doing?
Following Joe? I mean, at least that's what he asked you to do. He said never mind the kids, but...
Ooh, I got an idea. I'm going to take the apple I have out of my bag and throw it at them.
That's exactly what I thought you were going to do when you said apple.
Go ahead and roll.
Alright.
You're so disappointed.
13.
You hit one of the kids,
Get him.
square in the back of the head. He immediately falls flat on his face, and the apple rolls up next to his head. He then looks over and says, "Hey, look, an apple."
What?
I scream up at them. Where the bloody hell do you think you're going?
They both just kind of slowly trod back behind you. They're like, "Can we just stay inside over here?"
You're coming with us, and that's the end of it. Now get moving.
They both just kind of like whine and follow in behind you, or in front of you rather. You make sure they go first. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys here a little bit. Y'all are gonna go ahead and move on. Moving on up. Moving on up. Actually, it would make sense that you do this. Wonderful. So, you all file in, and immediately Joe frantically points to his field, which you now see is entirely dead.
Oh, damn.
He turns to you and says, "My crops! They're ruined!
My cabbages!
My cabbages!"
We're gonna need a lot more tea.
And Theo just turns to you and says, "We're gonna need a lot more tea." Alright. And I think we're gonna go ahead and end there for now.
Okay.
Just because I don't have anything else particularly planned.
I was really hoping to fight potatoes.
But yeah, we're just gonna end on that little cliff.
But instead
Hanger.
we fought with potatoes.
Yeah, we did do that. Or at least I did.
I can't believe our most powerful character was a fucking Tulia with vegetables. Like, we spent probably 3 hours making my character trying to make him, like, really strong. He got one shot.
And then I just keep chucking vegetables.
Listen, you can have a character as strong as you want, but if you miss, you miss. I've seen level 20s go out like you just did, to be honest.
Well, at least they didn't die.
Yeah, that's true. Spare the dying. Good choice. Good choice of taking spare the dying. Alright.
Cabbage King 2 OP. Tulio
So
the
yeah,
Cabbage
we're going to
King.
go ahead and end there for today. Right on a cliffhanger. So yeah, the entire field is just straight up withered and dry and dead. And I mean, when I say the entire field, by the way, if you zoom out, I mean this entire field. The entire
wow.
block behind this house is owned specifically by Farmer Joe. And, yeah, it's all dead. The other fields next to it, totally fine, but this entire field dead.
Well, dang.
So yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna end there. So, thoughts, questions, suggestions, anything else?
Nerf the vegetables.
Nerf vegetables. They're improvised throwing weapons.
Yep.
I
Okay.
mean, usually 1 or 2 damage not that big of a deal, but like,
Yeah. Without looking at the bottom left, does anyone remember my actual name? My character's name?
I mean, I do, but that's because I've said it a lot.
Because I feel like everyone just keeps calling me Tulio.
It's
Which is not a bad thing, I'm just curious.
mostly Seth keeps saying it. But anyways, yes. I also do want to mention that when we come back, you're most likely going to, at the very least, have a short rest to regain some hit points. But otherwise, I don't have anything else planned, so I will let you know what the plan is later.
I have a question.
Yes.
I still have 2 temporary hit points from breakfast this morning. Do I need to get rid of those?
That's a darn good question. I suppose they'll still be around. Well, if we're taking a rest and you guys are like regaining health, then no, you won't have them anymore. So yeah, we'll go ahead and say for when we come in next time that you have all actually had a rest and you're back at full HP. The good news as well about how temporary hit points work is the temporary hit points are expended first. So the temporary hit points that you had that saved your life were actually already spent, and it was a regular 2 health that you still had in stock. So don't worry about that. And that basically makes it so that if the temporary hit points were to wear out, you wouldn't just die. So that would be funny.
Alrighty then.
So yeah. Again, off to a bit of a slower start as campaigns usually are, but at least we have a decent story starting, and you guys did actually. Oh, and while we're wrapping up this evening, I would like to say you did also gain 100 experience apiece.
Woo!
The neat thing about
Fantastic.
leveling up, however, let me Google this just to make sure I got it right.
Should I go ahead and put my hit points back at level 9 for next time, or do that later? Or not level 9, but back at 9.
Yeah, go ahead and everybody go ahead and put your hit points back to full if you took any damage. Yeah, so you guys are already a third of the way to level 2. Congratulations.
Woot.
Because, to be honest, I was expecting that fight to be pretty challenging, and it was to some degree. I mean, 2 of you were knocked down. That was good.
It was challenging until the Cabbage King came in and saved the day.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, it was really nice how well that worked. I really didn't want them to do any damage. The first tomato did no damage. The second tomato was gonna do no damage, but you crit. The cabbage and potatoes made a little bit of sense doing a little bit of damage. But, I mean, the fact that just out of nowhere...
Can't believe you crit with a tomato.
Yes, I did.
I was really glad that you didn't roll
A crit with a
anything higher
cabbage.
than a 1. If you rolled absolutely anything higher than a 1, that wolf would have died.
Wow.
I wouldn't have been able to exact my vengeance.
He only had 3 HP.
What? That's it?
At the time of you attacking him, he only had 3 HP. His actual
Okay.
total, if you're curious, was 12, and the other was 8. So, yeah.
Okay. Did Bastion ever get an inflicting wounds hit in, or did she just kick the entire time?
Didn't actually get an inflict wounds hit in, no. Theoretically, the average attack on an inflict wounds would immediately kill a wolf. That was really close to being a 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the poor rolls are back. Oh my god. Hey, there we go.
Well, there you go. And I see your 20, and I don't match it.
So basically, I
See,
either
you're-
get 20 or garbage.
Yes.
I wonder.
You got rewarded for choosing the correct color.
Huh.
There's a lot of 20s.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. I'm unnaturally lucky at rolling 20s, and I apologize in advance.
It almost seems like this program like has a higher chance to roll 20s.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Okay, you need to stop.
Hold on, I got this.
I see that 2 in there.
Hey, look, average rolls, no big deal.
Oh damn! I put 100. It wouldn't let me do it. Oh no, it did. It just didn't display all the dice.
You
It
got
caps out
5
in a certain
20s
number.
and 4 1s.
Is that? I don't know if that's good or not.
Mm,
More 20s
1
than
in 20
1s.
chance.
So.
It made you lag.
Huh, what does that do? Huh, I can fudge the dice a little bit. That's interesting.
Oh, I was trying the same thing. Okay.
That was a little long.
So wait, if I roll a d20, and I fudge the dice a little bit. Can't fudge a 1. Yeah, there was a lot of 20s in there.
Mm-hmm.
How many did you just roll?
Well, I rolled 10,000 dice.
Good lord. Alright, we're done with that. Anyways, I will go ahead and log on. But anyways, it was
That
wonderful
doesn't
playing with you
look
guys.
like 10,000 when you scroll down the list, though.
Are you
Perhaps not.
serious? Oh yeah, you're right. It doesn't.
Looks pretty short. Looks like
I think
maybe
it does.
1,000. Maybe it doesn't let you go above 1,000.
It has a length limit, I believe, to the chart that shows you all the numbers.
Hmm.
Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight to y'all.
Nope.
All right, sounds good.
We can, on occasion, take it longer than the session we had today, if everyone would like to. But this can also be the average length. It really does depend on what we're doing, how long it takes us to do things. But overall, I would say that's pretty average.
Well, I can tell you it was 3 hours and 20 minutes just based on how long the stream is.
But yeah. I should also mention that I went ahead and closed my Roll20 window, so I can't see if you're still typing. But, yeah.
Splenda said, yeah, thank you guys. Good night. Can't take long sessions since I have school.
Fair enough.